We're back for another week, and I've got another thing for you. People on the side of the people always end up disappointed. In any case, they found out that the people tended not to be grateful or appreciative of forward-thinking or obedient. The people tended to be small-minded and conservative, and not very clever, and were even distrustful of cleverness. And so the children of the revolution were faced with the age-old problem. It wasn't that you had the wrong kind of government, which was obvious, but that you had the wrong kind of people. But here's some advice, boy. Don't put your trust in revolutions. They always come around again. That's why they're called revolutions. People die, and nothing changes. Welcome, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When we last left our heroes, they had blown up part of the house of one Bavlorna Blightstraw. This triggered the people's glorious revolution of downfall, leading to the death of King Gullop the 19th, succeeded by King Illig, the Baron of Muckstump who was, succeeded by Sorn Brighteye, the self-proclaimed Shadow King. Enacting sweeping new regime changes, the new king forms his army on the banks of downfall. However, the wise old slackjaw is a cunning hag. She has released some kind of magic that starts decaying the self-styled King of Shadows and his allies. The fog begins to clear, and you see Bavlorna, her skin dry, cracked and charred in places, her mouth agape. Small pixie-sized versions of herself flit in and out of her mouth. The crew looks to their options of escape, and we're going to roll initiative.
Well, shit. How do I roll initiative when I'm dead?
You're still going to roll initiative, because it's going to be very important to see when you make that
yeah, when you die.
Oh,
all right, cool.
God damn.
22.
And let us bring everyone into the right map. That might help.
Oops, too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Come on.
we were literally standing among this like frog army, and then with one like sweep, everybody falls over pretty much.
Probably about 2/3 of the army fell over. Some of your bigger friends, you have some big toad friends on your side here.
A bit sturdier.
They're a bit sturdier.
Wild.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
Paulie's initiative is a solid 22.
God damn it.
Woodyaman get 10.
So, like, what are we thinking we're gonna do? We're gonna run?
Did you do your homework? Did you do your planning?
Stab the heart.
Yeah, stab the hut with the unicorn horn and get the fuck out.
Yeah, and then run.
Who controls Lot, the healer?
Oh, I have Lot at the moment.
Okay, I'll just put her on your initiative. And Diana will be on Sorn's, I think, right? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right.
Oh, that is a long list.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The bullywogs are on our side,
So we begin with some of these small versions, these smaller sort of little pixie versions of Bavlorna, which I think I showed you, but I'll show you again. They kind of look like this. They've got sort of the toad-like skin, the big eyes, and they've got sort of tiny little buzzing wings on their back like insects, and they flit about, and they sort of point, or at least one of them sort of flies up with a dagger in hand and starts stabbing one of the bullywogs.
No.
Target this guy. This one just flies in. It sort of moves in a blur, almost like a Tinkerbell. Kind of, it's hard to kind of see them. That they're so small and they're kind of constantly moving. They look a little bit blurred, but it sort of flies in with its tiny little dagger and just and stabs one of the bullywugs to death.
Son of a bitch.
Bye bye, bullywug.
Another one flies in at you, Yama, and attempts to do the same.
Mm-hmm. Bring it on.
Making 3 attacks on you. Hello. A crit, a 15, and a 25.
2 hits then, obviously the crit and the 25.
Yeah, so the crit is 13 piercing damage.
Okie dokie.
And the regular hit is just 7.
7.
Poorly.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
So, what I'd like you to do is make a blind to GM roll death save, and I would also like you to describe what does Paulie see in this moment as he's unconscious. What does Paulie think about?
I can't see it either. What?
Where does Paulie's mind go? What do you think he sees as he's bleeding out here?
It was like a plague-like thing, correct? Like
Yep.
it was necrotic stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so as the green hazes over, his vision, a piercing white light, comes through, and he sees clouds, and he sees other Aarakocra flying off in the distance.
And he's swooping and soaring among them?
Yeah. No, he's trying to catch up to them.
He's trying to catch up. As he's trying to catch up, and like any good dream, it feels like you're sort of swimming or flying in molasses. You just can't seem to get the burst of speed you need, and you start hearing a boom, boom, boom from behind you. The clouds start going black, and you can hear the thunder approaching. The time between the flashes of lightning and the thunder is getting closer and closer together. All your Aarakocra brethren have scattered into the wild winds, and as you're trying to chase after them, or perhaps trying to get away, you feel yourself slowing and slowing as the flash, boom, flash, boom gets closer and closer to you.
Ollie definitely tries and frantically flies further away.
Guess we'll see.
Even in death, he can't escape Sorn.
All right. Next up in the initiative, we have one of the Bullywug Knights. Seeing his comrade sort of fall, he steps forward with his halberd and says, "My king! To protect the king!" And he sort of lunges forward with his glaive and attempts to attack the sort of creature in front of him. What is its AC? Okay. And one of his attacks sort of going wild, trying to hit this sort of little flying, buzzing creature, but eventually is able to sort of lunge forward and pierce it, and the little the sort of bug frog gets skewered and sort of has to stumble back a little bit there, but is not fully defeated. One of your I've got him here as Yorb, but I think who is the Duke you appointed, Sorn?
We didn't have a name, but I just pointed at one of them.
All right.
I think he was the second one.
Yeah.
No, third one, because I went Baron as Duke.
Yeah. So whoever your sort of main person, he sees this creature fighting Yama. He turns to you and says, "My king, what do we do?"
Kill him.
Of course.
Well,
Genius.
that was quite obvious.
He's gonna lance out with his dagger and try and sort of cut down this creature as well, but he is not very good and he fails. A lot of his fighting is more kind of showy, perhaps more for kind of noble duels on the banks of the river. And we get to Karu.
Oh no. I think Karu looks at Paulie on the ground and just goes, shit. And he looks at Yama and the new king, and it's just like, we're fighting? Like, we're going to fight, right? No?
Get out of here.
Which way? Which way am I going? Like,
North.
he's just like...
I think we were following like an electrical balloon, so Yama just yells, head north.
I'm just gonna say in response and be like, yeah, we don't fight, and I'm just gonna quickly let out to like all of my subjects, tend to the wounded, get them up, we're leaving.
Is the
That's
balloon guy here?
the storm
Is the
balloon
board
that
guy?
you saw leave that had charm, trinket, and bauble in it. That's gone. Like that's left.
No, I know that's gone, but it was headed north, and I feel like at the end of last episode we were like, let's just go that way.
So Karu, at that, what do you do?
I mean, yeah, he just heard Sorn say kill them, and he's getting the no run, and he's like, I have a potion of healing, just like a standard potion of healing in my inventory, so I'm going to use my action to administer it to Paulie because I'm right next to him.
Thanks.
So I think it's like 2d4 plus 2. It's not a lot, but it'll get you up.
It's something. Thank you.
You rolled a 9. That's pretty good. You got 9 hit points.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And then I think Karu's just like, as soon as like, I feel like the way Karu does it is he just like grabs Paulie by the shoulder, and like the potion is like, I don't know why I'm describing it like this, just deal with it. The potion's like in his mouth, and he's just like shaking Paulie while the potion is just like flying into Paulie's beak. And
It's
then he's like,
Mama Bird style.
yeah, he's like spits the bottle out. He's like, what do we do? What do we do? So Paulie just wakes up to, what?
Like, fucking run.
Okay.
Where's the god guy? Where's the god guy? He said he knows how to ship a fucking fly a balloon. Get him!
Kara is just like, and I think what Kara might actually do is he might actually move. No, he's gonna stay. He's just gonna move to get in front of Lot, just as like a protective thing. But he's not gonna run yet.
Okay.
Because like he doesn't actually know where to go. So he's just. That's pretty much it.
All right. One of the other Bullywug Knights, they're all obviously looking very injured. They're going to rush forward to try and protect their king. And again, make sort of these glaive attacks. It looks like it's quite difficult for them to try and hit these flying creatures. And both of them miss. So he sort of swings twice with the glaive. He's trying to, get into formation with his fellow Bullywug Knights. And the frog creatures, even with their long, skinny arms, they just can't seem to sort of hit this thing. But one of the lumbering big frogs, big beefy boy, he's going to he's going to kind of shove people aside, wade into the water somewhat, and just try and swat these creatures out of the sky. How many attacks does he get? Oh. Also missing. They're just not.
No.
That one will hit. And okay. So one of the big bullywogs, sort of a big one in kind of almost gladiatorial kind of barbarian-ish kind of armor, wades forwards, parts, sort of standing sort of head and shoulders above the other toad-like creatures, wades partly into the water, swats at at one of the little lawnlings, misses, just narrows both of his eyes. His sort of big bulging eyes kind of narrow, and then he just crack, and then chomps it and takes it out of the air.
Just mosquitoed the shit out of that guy. Well,
Sorn, it is your turn. First of all, I would like you to make a some sort of leadership check as this sort of chaos has erupted. Bavlorna is now visible.
Could I opt for persuasion for that?
You certainly can.
All right. Gonna make my roll first. It's a 17. I'm gonna be like, okay, so here's the plan, guys.
You hear a cackling from Bavlorna across the lake. The fog's parted. You can see her slack jaws open, and the sound coming out of it is "Bring me the king's head." She rolled an 18 on her intimidation.
No.
I didn't say I wanted to hex myself, but I might have something else that I can do.
So you can see that perhaps not all of them are turning on you, but a lot of them are looking. A lot of your retinue, your toad retinue, are looking a bit torn on whose orders to follow right now.
I'm gonna magically guidance myself and use a sorcery point.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just re-roll that. 20.
Yep. So there's a momentary sort of unsureness about the bullywogs. They've all got their weapons drawn, but they see this vision of fear from the hag of this swamp, and you can see them not turning on you yet, but you can see them kind of looking to each other like, are we all in on this? Like, are we all really following this guy? Who's with me if I turn on him? And then what does your magic look like that kind of amps it up and adds your, adds to your intimidation level?
It's coming from my divine side, so being storm divine. Like static electricity like crackles through the swamp and through the air around me. And it just sort of like shores me up a little bit more, makes me seem a little bit more imposing. Even though I currently look like shit, I am very, 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 very sickly at the moment. But yeah, I just look a lot scarier than first initial look. Like I'd like to imagine, like I'm like, come on, guys, we are like you. I point to like our croc friend and the bigger bullywogs. I'm like, hold the line. The rest of you, gather the wounded. We're going. We're getting out of here. We're going north. I point to the north. And like they all look at me the first time and they're like, oh yeah, wow. And then when they look back, there's just like electricity, like Goku, like just crackling around me, and they're like, oh yep, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they all fall in line after that.
Yeah, we'll go with Super Saiyan. Oh, no, not quite Super Saiyan. He's like his pre, but not like the Kaioken ones. I like the clear aura. Yeah. And then I'm going to use my action to pump a 2nd level cure wounds into myself. Actually, should I? No, I'm going to use my action to take a potion of greater healing. I'm going to do that first, which is 14 points of healing. I'll take that. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to pump a 2nd level healing word into myself.
Okay.
Get myself back up a little bit so I don't die on one hit. And that's another 9 points of hit points for me. Heal. Okay, now I'm looking a little bit better. He sort of like shores himself back up, dusts himself off a little bit. I'm gonna say like Yama, like I'm standing next to Yama, and I'm like, what do we do? Like I've got this unicorn horn. Do you think that would help? Like what do you think we should do? We need to do something. We need to get out.
Yeah, Captain has I think he has her heart in a box. Maybe it'll help us to give it a chance to escape. Is all he kind of says.
I'm gonna look at Paulie and be like, Paulie, where's this box? Where's the heart? What is this fucking thing? What do we? This is news to me.
Huh? What?
Like blood.
Yeah. I'll respond when I'm a little bit more alive. It's still not thrown off the floor.
All right. Did you want to do any movement, Sorn? And also, what are you? What is Diana doing?
Diana is Diana's just like freaking out a little bit. Storm will tell Diana to like get back. Like, and I'm gonna move back as well. I'm gonna move back one step closer to Paulie.
Mhm.
So I'm like, we're taking a knee, being like, "What's up with this box?" And just waiting for Paulie to like come to a little bit. And I'll look to Diana and the rest of our allies and be like, we're getting out of here. We're going. So Diana's just like getting ready to go on her new sea legs.
All right. Cool. So everyone's just sort of gathering on that north bank. It looks like.
I don't think she has really anything else that she can do. I suppose I can get her like. Can I get Diana to do a medicine check to just try and like help Paulie up?
Sure. She can use her action to kind of grab Paulie and kind of lift him up from prone. Sure.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Clapperclaw, the scarecrow, kind of just weirdly for a creature without a proper head or face, the face he has drawn on him looks like he's having a great smiley time. From his scarecrow body language, though, you think he is not. He's sort of something rattling in the gourd that is his head. He's just like, I didn't sign up for this, and just starts running. And he gets 50 feet and starts running west back to where you found him. Paulie, give me a perception check. I think you specifically
yelled out to grab him or find him. Yeah.
Or this is something that I think that Paulie has intricate understanding of what I'm about to describe, if it's good. And it is good. So you can hear a rattling in his head, and you heard it before, what sounded like coins, sort of 5 coins rattling about in his head, or the gourd that is replacing what his head actually is. You're pretty confident, though, in your abilities. You know, you've spent a lot of time coins rattling on a table, coins in a purse, coins in the hand. You think 4 of those coins are copper. 1 is something completely different. It sounds, by the way it's banging around in there and banging off the other metal, it sounds a little more leaden, a little more like a fantasy Goshapon token.
I need those 4 copper coins, guys.
Go on then. Go get it. Give me the box first.
One of the other big frogs starts wading forward. He's going to attempt to we're going to smash that door open as he walks past. He's going to try and clap this creature as well. How's he doing? Ineffectually sort of swiping, clawing at this little creature. It's causing quite a bit of a problem for the rest of your knights, but they're rallying. It's just them versus this one little guy. Got a whole army. They feel buoyed, or at least more scared of Sorn than they do of Bavlorna currently, and at least one of them is able to land another hit, causing a significant amount of damage to this thing, bloodying it, but unfortunately not killing it. That is not the only Lawnling, though, as more start flying in. What's their movement? Oh, shit. Move fast.
Ooh.
one of them levels sort of a small wand at you, Yama, and just fires, and what seems like a sort of dart kind of flies out, a little bolt of light. 26, I assume, hits.
Yes.
For just 1 piercing damage. However, why did I roll that? You need to roll a Constitution DC 10 Constitution saving throw, please.
Easy.
All right. You are not poisoned.
Sweet. Very good.
More of these things flying out from Bavlorna's mouth and moving around to swarm you. Oh yeah, they got room. They got room for days. It's coming with its little dagger. And on this one, we've got a 15, 15, and an 18.
None of them hit.
None of them hit. So it's sort of flying around you, buzzing about you, trying to sort of nick at you with its little dagger. But you're able to just kind of... It can't seem to get through your armor.
Yeah, I feel like Yama's already got all these, like, cuts maybe all over his face, like, where there's no armor, just from all these little, like, insects and things, but he's standing there, like, hard and fast and maybe just, like, ha! Yelling. Like, bring it on!
One of them flies up to sort of where the North Shore is, where you are, Karu, and it's going to fire a little bolt at you. This is going to be, I assume, a 27 will hit. Again, for 1 piercing damage, but you need to make a con saving throw.
Come on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just made it. You can feel that there's some kind of poison in these bolts that's trying to slow you down, but you're able to shake it off. As another one of these bullywogs. This one a little bit more dressed in pomp and froppery. Has a spear, but doesn't look as well put together as some of your other knights are. This is some sort of small baron, perhaps, and he's going to try his hand at attacking the little lawnlings, and does so ineffectually. But they've surrounded it.
He's trying, all right?
He's trying. Yama,
Barons are trying.
it's you, Lot, and your giant toad. What do you do?
Sweet. Well, Bobbert, the giant toad. Oh.
Will
I
you just
can't
tell me
move him
what,
anymore.
like, they're
okay.
all kind of happening on the same turn here.
That's cool. Bobbert comes down and attacks the thing that just tried to stab me.
Okay.
He's got a bite attack.
Absolutely. So give him a bite attack with a disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure how to roll it on... Oh, did I do it? Attack.
It's come up in the chat. Yep. And then you can hit attack
And disadvantage. Nice. Oh, that's a 2.
That's not going to do it. So Bobbert tries to bite, but is a bit too slow. The tongue comes out, but this thing is used to dealing with giant toads and just gives a... and just flips at the bird as it's kind of flies back through the air.
Amazing. Lot is going to go in for a heal on Captain Polly.
Thanks.
And then Yama is gonna stand and bang, I guess. I might
Interesting. The description says minor heal, casts Scorching Ray. I feel like that's
which
correct.
is why I didn't do anything. I was just like, yeah, healing.
Let me see if I can find what the actual thing is while you narrate.
Maybe the healing is the 1d20 plus 6. She's just really good at being a cleric.
That's out the Strongholds and Followers book. I feel like it's
Easy.
maybe not that.
But it
that's
could be.
cool.
It could.
I'll just tell you. Yeah, I don't know. I think the
Until we
mistake
know,
is in our
I'll
favor,
just take
right?
26 hit points.
Heal
you know?
minor
Yeah.
injury would be 1d10 plus modifier, I think.
Why? Okay, all right, Fromage.
You're
Calm
supposed
down.
to be on our team, Cheeseman.
Trying to suck up to Dan a little bit so he doesn't kill us.
1d8 plus 3.
1d8 plus 3. Let me just roll out 1d8 8, and we'll add 3. That's a 9 healing for Captain Polly, and I've rolled an extra 11 health for Yama. No one's going to move anywhere. Lot's not going to move, and Yama's going to cover our retreat, maybe.
And you're planning to retreat into the water?
I honestly have no idea what the plan is.
I think we should follow the gourd boy.
Yeah, there was a balloon on the other side.
That's what I was
right?
thinking.
All right, well, maybe Lot will move over there then. So she can run as fast as she can with
I
one
think she can
action.
get 30 feet.
Couldn't really say much because I was down before, but
The frog has some movement too, so he could use that to run away. And then Captain Polly's right behind Yama. Can I see the box on his person?
You tell me, Timmy.
it was a
Where would
sack
you keep it?
anyway. Probably on the side of
Oh.
me, yeah.
You on
So
his
just
belt
like on
pouch?
your belt pouch? Can I?
Most likely.
I'm gonna fucking stab it. It's gonna be great. So Yama is just like fending off all these little attacks, but then he turns and maybe with like a backward stroke goes to attack with his
Give me an
katana
attack
of the
roll, because
way.
if it
I-
goes
can I-
terribly, it's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
I'd rather dodge this anyway.
It's just an 11.
I don't want to stab it just yet.
Yeah. So Paulie,
Oh,
you're
really?
able to roll out of the way. You've been lifted up by Karu. Also, I think Diana lifted you up. You've been revived by Karu, and Yama turns, sword ready, and goes to lunge it
Stab
into
you.
your gut, where the thing is hanging off your belt. But you definitely,
Yeah, I'm
definitely
gonna
jump
be
out the way.
I'm gonna probably be like, what's all right, we're gonna do that, but we need to see if it's worth anything yet.
Yama's just like, no, we have to kill it. We have to give everyone a chance to escape. And
I mean, maybe we can talk our way out. If this is a thing that'll kill her, I mean, that we have her
you're
hostage.
gonna like hold it up and threaten
Yes!
her? Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. And Yama's just going to swing at the dude who's attacking him on the left side. Then, oh gosh, 15.
15 will not hit.
Yeah. All right. Can I guess maybe it's a bit too much of an action, but could I like preemptively roll and intimidate to aid Captain Polly when it comes back around to his turn and he does some RP?
Sure. Yeah, I'll allow it. Usually that'd be the help action, but I'm happy for
Okay,
you to
well,
kind of have
well
that.
maybe with
have
his
that on
like
deck.
his threatening like sword attack, he just kind of makes it a bit more flourishy, and that's how he's going to contribute to the
Sure.
intimidate.
I'll allow that.
Sweet.
Let's see. Did you want to move at all?
No, no. I'm gonna stand there and hold fast.
All right. One of the little lawnlings, seeing someone making a run for it, is going to fly over and start trying to stab Lot.
No. She's got an 18 AC.
Actually, how much did you heal me for, actually?
It was 9?
Yeah, it was 9.
9.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the little lawnling flies in, stab. 2 of the attacks get through her armor class. I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws for Lot to see if she loses any of her health points. I think we're looking to beat a 10.
Was it
here.
saving throw, sorry?
Yeah.
Normal and another one.
Another one.
Another one. Hey, look at that Lot crushing it.
Yeah, so you can see she's taking these small nicks and barbs, but she doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear. Obviously, followers having a different way of how they determine their health. But now, the floating, she jumps off her off the balcony, where Sorn gave away his dancing prowess, and lands on a floating lily pad. And she starts sort of floating over to get closer to you all.
Gosh, thank God she's slow.
And she... what does she got? Okay, cool. You see her mouth open further and further, and 2 lawnlings fly out of it.
Is it a spell?
No, it appears that these things were just inside her mouth. Like, these creatures kind of live within her, and she's kind of bringing them out. But she does raise a sort of withered hand and points at Yama, and you can see a spell forming, and a ray blasts out from the tip of her finger and starts lancing over at Yama.
Yama screams at her.
Does it look like a scary ray?
Doesn't look like a scary ray.
Give me an Arcana check.
Alright.
All the rays are scary.
Some are more scary than others. That's a 10. God damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to know. With a 10, you don't think this is a spell you recognize. Though if it were to hit, would certainly it does have that sort of necrotic feel to it.
I'm gonna counterspell that.
Okay, so she points her finger. Crackling dark energy starts forming. Sorn, you counterspell, and sort of the light goes out, and she kind of looks at it. Her jaw slack. It was slack before, but it's certainly
More slack now.
more slack now. And she kind of looks over and narrows her eyes at you, Sorn.
Her jaw
that's
just falls off.
That's her whole turn.
I just flip her off. That's my counterspell, me just flipping her off.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, more little lawnlings. Gonna fly in. The little cheeky little dagger attacks. And with a death by 1,000 cuts, stab at one of your bullywog nobles. I think this was Count Gullop. Goes down.
My count. Drop them like flies, except they're frogs and they're getting killed by flies.
They kill. Yeah, exactly. How the turns have tabled. One of the knights lunges forward. Sir Lilypad rushes forward with his glaive to join you in battle, side by side, Yama, and he's going to try and get some hits onto this little lawnling in front of you.
Changing forward.
But is unable to hit as well. These little things are just way too excited. Sorn, what does your crocodile do?
I am going to position my crocodile over here.
All right. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh dear God. We're not good at these. With guidance. I said it before it rolled.
I'll allow it. But is guidance a cantrip?
Yeah.
You can't guidance.
Damn it. True, we're in fucking... Yeah, okay, it's a 7.
All right.
He does whatever the hell he wants. I point over there and say, go over there.
And it just looks at you and looks at your hand and kind of looks where you're pointing and then looks back at you and then just like rolls over in the mud.
That's not a smart crocodile. It's exposing its fleshy underbelly in battle. His instincts are all wrong.
All right, more of these things buzzing in. Now, I have another question. Do you all have... Oh, I know Katie always doesn't, but do any of you have sound turned on in Foundry?
Yes, always.
So you can hear the swamp and
Yep.
you can hear the tune? Okay, cool. Just wondering.
I believe I have it muted. I do have
That's
it
fine.
muted.
You don't necessarily need it on, but
Ooh.
Pretty cool though.
That's
I like
terrifying.
it. I like it a lot.
There we go. I just turned the
It's like
volume
nice ambience.
down. Ambiance.
Oh, this guy I think is pretty easy to hit, isn't he? Yeah. So one of the little lawnlings dashes out, getting a bunch of hits onto one of your big frog boys. And he's going to take a total of, what's that, 24 damage.
God damn.
That bloodies him.
I really thought the giant things would have more health than that.
They did, but they also took the brunt of that big
Yeah.
spell.
They've
Yeah,
got
we
like
all got
no
kind of-
armor too.
Yeah, because they're frogs.
They're soft and squishy,
Yeah. Slimy.
slimy.
It'd be like cane toads where they poison people when they touch them.
Do that.
It should be like they're so slippery that all the weapons just slide off.
That should be exactly how it is.
That raises their AC by 10.
Bludgeoning weapons. I'll say bludgeoning
Oh.
weapons just slide off them. Piercing weapons pop them like balloons. Yeah.
Damn it.
Piercing weapons do double damage.
Alright, take back.
There's a certain type of slime that if you hit it with a slashing weapon, it becomes 2 slimes.
That's what happens. They just become smaller bullywugs.
Yeah. How much is this one? Okay, so one of your knights goes down. What's this one? 8. This guy's not looking great. In fact, all of these ones are bloodied, but they kind of started that way. Cool. Paulie, top of the round.
All right. Well, first thing after he thanks Cloppington for helping get him up. Takes off his hat and grabs some hat whiskey and drinks some hat whiskey.
Is that a bonus action for you?
Yes, it would be. Yeah.
You're a rogue or whatever.
Yeah.
It's dope rogue shit. Just like dope monk
And
shit.
then I'll use my Amulet of the Drunkard to make that into a 4d4 plus 4 healing potion.
Yep.
Because I need more health. One second. A second. 4d4. Oh, wait, a second. There we go. Oh, hell yeah. 13 plus 4, 17.
Looking a bit more chipper now.
Yeah. And gets up and goes, "Oi, hag lady, I think we got something you like, something you care about." And I take the heart out of the bag and go, "What do you reckon about this?"
So you yell that out to her
Yeah,
across the water.
absolutely.
She kind of, jaw still slack, kind of looks at you, looks at it, I suppose, and then says, "That is mine. Return it, foul-winged creature, and I will let you die quickly."
Well, this is the thing that I've kind of seemed to realize. It's all about ownership, and I just seemed to find it. It didn't seem to be possessed by anyone. So, if you want this back, I suggest you stop what you're doing.
Give me
And we can have it as a trade. We can, you let us live, and you can have this back.
give me an insight check.
Sure. Three.
Oh boy.
This might be working.
I know it is. I didn't need an inside check to know that.
Paulie just like turn around like, yeah, I got this. And everyone's like,
Do you got this?
And I point my pistol shrimp at the heart.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Still your turn.
Does she seem perturbed? Oh, I guess I wouldn't know, would I? Yeah. No. Alright. Fuck you then. And I'm gonna blast the heart.
All right. Roll damage for me. It's point blank, so I don't think you miss.
Well, damage. Doesn't seem
Okay.
right, but yeah.
You hear a sharp, loud note of that pipe music you're hearing,
Mm-hmm.
then the music disappears.
Oh, it wasn't her heart. Whoops. Is there a hole in the heart?
Oh yeah,
Big hole?
yeah.
Let's go. I don't have any bargaining chips.
Just shoot a music box or something.
Paulie starts to run towards or fly, just like, fucking just dive towards old mate Clapperclaw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go. Yeah, actually, how far can I get? 1 sec.
You've got unlimited sort of flying height here, so you can definitely leap, and you are opening yourself up to an attack of opportunity by leaving this square, though.
That's fine. And I will go there.
And I will say, so this Lawnling attempts to stab you with its dagger. Oh, a nice little crit. Thank you for that, Paulie.
Uncanny dodge.
10 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Yama.
Yep.
This creature next to you just attacked a friend
Die! Swingy, swingy, swing.
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay. That's a 14? That's a nope.
14 is not going to hit. These things are pretty easy to put down, but they're very hard to hit.
They're
Cool.
so small and wily.
That's right. Paulie, so with your speed, I think you easily catch up to Clapperclaw. He's running, but you're able to swoop in. I think you have plenty of movement just on your own. Even with him dashing, I think you have plenty of movement to catch up to him. What do you do?
Oi! I saw a balloon over there. Can you pilot it still?
He says, yes, but I need my head. I need my head to be able to see where we're going.
All right, where's your head?
And he points with a claw to Bavlorna's house.
I know that's how Paulie ends his turn.
We'll get you a new head.
What if I cut off someone else's head? Can you have that one?
He needs his head, unfortunately.
God damn it.
More of
Blew
these
up the
little
house.
annoying things. One's going to fly towards you, Paulie.
Yeah, fair.
Gonna fly close to you, but not. It's going to pull out its little wand and fire a dart at you. It's 23 to hit. Will hit.
Yes.
That's 1 piercing damage, and I need a con saving throw, please.
Motherfucker.
Now, this is a poison effect, so I'm not sure if you have advantage on this, or...
It is, yeah, I do, yeah.
Yep.
So, advantage on it?
Yep.
Okay. Fuck me. 13.
Yeah, no, that makes it. It's just a DC 10.
Ooh, thank God.
All right. Your Duke of the Yorb. What's he doing? He's got his little dagger out. Actually, yeah, he's going to pull out his little dagger and just try and... He's also trying to fight this thing with Yama. Ooh, one of them hits. Nice. Draws first blood on... Oh, he smashes it. So,
Yes.
Yama, you're trying to swing and hit this thing, and it's just going like... but as it's doing that, you just see this small little dagger from the Duke just skewer it and drop it to the ground.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And he just kind of looks up at you. The Duke looks up at you and says, Your Highness, please, you first. And it's sort of gesturing for you to go.
Oh.
Cool. More of these things moving in. One's going to aim its little wand at you, Sorn. But I believe an 11 will not hit.
No.
One of the ones that just came out of Bavlorna's mouth. It's going to fly over. Where's it going to go? Yeah.
Meow.
It's flying up above, comes over to where you are, Karu, and it's going to try and stab you.
Pew.
Zooming in around you. 3 little dagger attacks. A 12, a dirty 20, and a 14. I assume only the 20 hits?
Correct.
That's going to be 9 piercing damage. And it's your turn.
These little shits.
Karu just went from not looking too great to very much not looking that great, and he's just kind of like, he's like, I think we need to go. He's going to. We've not done this before. He's going to the ring that he picked up. He's going to speak into it. And his 2 tentacles suddenly become spectral and elongate as he uses the Ring of the Sunken King.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that in the same action that I activate it, I can then use it.
Yep.
So he's going to attempt to bludgeon the shit out of the little thing that just stabbed him. And it looks like it just uses my tentacle attack, so I will just do that.
That's right. So you get range or you get reach with it.
Yeah, I get 15 feet reach. I also I can do 2 attacks on 1 turn, so I can.
Yep, you get all that. Yeah. It's your same tentacles. They're just longer now, and I think maybe they even do slightly more damage. I'm not sure, but
they're much more damage. Yeah. But yeah, they're not. It's not that his tentacles grew. It's just there's almost like 2 spectral forms.
Sure.
His 2 tentacles are still there, but suddenly there's 2 in the same spot. Elongated.
It as however you want. Yeah.
Yeah, and oozing. So let me just see if I hit.
With disadvantage.
Let's roll again. Fucking hell. Why are we... Cool. Not what I wanted. Guess I'll just try and... Why are we at disadvantage for these guys? Or just because I'm near him?
The little guys have a ability called blurred movement. They are so quick that they're very hard to hit. And they're tiny. Well,
Karu is not in a good state, so I think in his slightly blood smearing, I get 2 attacks. So he's going to try and hit that same one again.
Okay.
But it's not good strategy, if that makes sense. But because he's really not coping very well, he's just swiping at it. Disadvantage.
So flailing at got a bee in his
He's also,
bonnet.
yeah.
Ah!
He's never used these before, and it's like anything. The moment something's bigger, it's long. It takes longer to hit. It's heavier to move. So he's not used to the weight of these 2. Oh, they've rolled in D&D Beyond, but not.
That's all right. Just tell me what it is.
It's the same. I rolled basically the same. So 9.
A 9 will not hit, unfortunately. Any movement? Or any...
Yeah, I think he's going to take a risk out of desperation, and he's going to try and book it away from that. So I'll get an attack. That guy will get an attack of opportunity on me, yeah.
Oh, risking it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
There's a 21, I assume, hits.
Yeah.
That's 9 piercing damage.
Can you say that Karu gets to here?
Well, yeah, you would get out of its attack of opportunity range as it hits you. Yeah, so you have to leave it square.
Yeah.
Splash into the
face first into the water.
Great. Cool. I guess it's the end of your turn, so you need to make a death saving throw. And describe to me, because it was still on your turn when you went down. And describe to me, what does Karu see as he goes unconscious into the water, to the mucky, fetid sewer water that is this swamp?
That went to you, right? Did you get that?
I got that.
Cool. I think Karu sees two young sea elf boys playing, playing in the dirt together. They're crouched over in the dirt together. One of them's a bit older than the other. You would know it's pretty clear that maybe he was one of them when he was younger. And they're sort of crouched over it and they're like making things. Karu can't see what they're making when he's seeing this, but he can see that they're fervently making something together. And then they hold up what they've made for each other. And the what's in his hand just vanishes out of the little boy's hand. And then he looks up and the older boy vanishes as well. And what was in the boy's hand drops to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And Karu picks it up. Karu picks it up and it's a necklace. And for some reason, even though that's a word, he can't read the name. But he can read underneath it. And it's like a blurred name and then it's like best leader, best team leader or something. And it's written like a small child would scratch at it.
And as you take hold of that, you actually feel like a pull from that, as if it's being it's almost like it's got its own weight to it, or it's like someone's got a mage hand on it or something. It's like pulling you in a direction. It's actually trying to pull you up out of the water. Like, was this on the beach? This experience, or was it underwater?
I'd say it's more underwater. It's like in like the silt of like a sort of higher level of ground underwater. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. So as you pick it up and hold on to it, it almost feels like it's got a bit of buoyancy to it, and it's kind of starting to lift you up towards the surface.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. All right. This bullywug knight fighting valiantly for his king and his king's friend, the other king. Just a bunch of kings. Also, hi Josh. I see you there in the chat.
Hey.
I see you, Josh. These knights need better training. I would talk to their king about getting some sort of noble training initiated, because they're not doing well. But the big toad, the big boy, he is unperturbed. He's going to sort of wade out further into the water and try and slash at these things. And where his claws fail, his bite also fails. So he's sort of wading into the water, into sort of more his natural environment, and he's sort of clawing up at these creatures as they flit above the surface of the water, trying to stab at him. But he's no bueno. We've got Sorn and Diana.
Someone's gonna send Diana over to to stabilize Karu. And get Karu no longer dying. And Sorn will hand over. I think I've got just a healing potion. Yep. I'm going to hand over a potion of healing to Cloppington. Send Cloppington over
actually,
to Karu.
Debut, your mic is a bit buggy, by the way, too.
Let's do that kind of
robot-y thing.
crackly thingy. That's all right.
Okay.
While we look at that, so you're able, a free action. I think you can pull out a potion, hand it to Diana. She'll kind of run over into the edge of the water. She's close to the lawnling, but not leaving its range, so she won't cop an attack. But she's able to, as her action, Karu, pull your head out from the water and pour the healing potion down your throat. Sorn, do you want to roll that for us? As we've lost Sorn's audio, but it is 7 healing. Karu, you come back quick. And I should have told this to Timmy before, as he came awake. Timmy, you're on 1 failed death save. Karu, you were on 1 success, so you're back to normal. You don't have any ongoing problems.
Cool.
All right, let's try that. Is it still correctly?
Keep going. We'll see. We'll find out.
And then for my action, I'm gonna make my way through the group because a king must do what he must do.
Mm-hmm.
Make my way forward and just yell to Bavlorna, "Stop this! We don't actually have qualms with you. I just got a little bit carried away." See what she says.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm gonna guidance myself on this.
So you're using your action to cancel
no.
guidance.
No, I'm not. I keep forgetting that. I'm just gonna use my persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, that is a 19.
It's pretty good. She says, "You raised your army against me. You have my book. I want his head." And she points over at Paulie.
Well, you can't have his head.
Deliver me his head, and you can continue reigning here as king under me.
Now, all right. Look, I'm quite fond of his head. He may be an idiot. He's a pain in the ass, but he's my pain in the ass. You can have the book. That's fine. And I'll give you the book. But I kind of need him alive. Like, it's one of those things. It can go one or two ways. So, like, yeah.
I see it only going one way.
All right, well, you can have the book back and let him live, or you can try, and I will destroy your book. And I pull out my unicorn horn.
Okay. Her eyes go wide at the unicorn horn. Give me an insight check.
All right, insight, let's go.
Come on, you've got to be better than me.
That's a 12. God damn it! I think I can fix that. Yeah, I have one sorcery point left.
Don't use it. Save it for something else. 12
My
is fine.
sorcery points are just for re-rolling shit anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're still fighting a hag.
Yeah, but I want to know why she's scared of, or what she thinks of this unicorn horn.
It's up to you.
Go.
Up to you.
It's still a 12.
With a
God damn
12,
it.
I'll say that you don't see fear in her eyes. You do notice a more... there's obviously a lot of anger there in general. But when you pull out the unicorn horn, you notice more of like a hunger, like a, ooh, I want that.
Ooh.
I'm gonna, yeah. Someone
And
noticing
it will
this
probably
is
that's probably 6 seconds as well, right? Like,
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I just want to like bring it out and wave it around.
sure. You can still make your action.
Yeah. All right. So actually, I want to use my action to. Oh man. Can I use my action to just say a little bit more dialogue?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say, look, I could use this unicorn horn to destroy your book. I believe it will have the right magical capabilities to do that. But I feel like you might like your book and potentially this unicorn horn. I could give you this unicorn horn and the book in exchange for him.
Give me another persuasion check. This time with
Yama's holding the
advantage.
book, by the way.
That's a nat 20.
That's nat 20. All right.
29.
She raises her hand as it to stop her minions, and they kind of stop buzzing around. You know, the fight's still going, right? They're all trying to stab, and they all kind of drift back just enough out of range at her command. And she says, "Give me the book, and give me the horn, and leave hither."
Sounds good to me. I'm going to yell at Paulie. Be like, and like a mage hand's gonna like pop up and be like, "Give me the book, give me the book."
Yama has the book.
Oh well, mage hand appears somewhere. It's just floating around. He's like, "Who has the book? Give me the book! Someone give me the book!"
Or maybe Polly does because he
I
was
have the
throwing
book.
dicks in it.
I
Yeah.
absolutely have the book.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like your role play, and I really love your natural 20.
I'm trying to make sure we don't die here. I got us into this mess. I'm trying to get us out of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, that deal sounds great, but I mean, we also need to we need a way to get out of here. So we also need his head. Point to Clapperclaw.
Oh yeah, shit. Well, I don't have any deals with Clapperclaw. I have deals with the actual pilot, which wasn't Clapperclaw. It was
Oh, I'm saying that to both Bavlorna and you guys.
Wigglewog. Clapperclaw, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do here.
I'm telling you, if she says we need to get out of hither, that's how we get out of hither. So she also owes us the head.
All right, Bavlorna, can I have the fucking Gord's head as well? I know I'm asking a lot here, but you'll never hear from us again.
I'll say, because you rolled a natural 20, I do like that. She is definitely open to trade for it. She says, "What will you give? What I am giving up, my vengeance in the here and now. I've given you back. You're returning something of mine that is stolen. You're giving me something. What else will you give me for the Scarecrow's head?"
That's two things. So we're asking for two things. Well, two things.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
something it was just
Vengeance.
You blew up part of my house.
You don't know that was me.
All right.
You were the only one in the house. You were only this. As far as I'm concerned, this bird works for me, and it is my property. You are taking that from me as well. I'm willing to give that up for the horn. But you want something else of mine? What else do you have to trade?
All right. Well, has anyone given me the book?
All right, you can have the book.
All right, I got the book. I got the unicorn horn. I'm going to tuck them away, just so they're out of danger. I'm going to make my way over to Bavlorna.
Oh, hey, take these pincushion figurines that I also stole from her house.
Oh God. All right. Yeah, I'm going to take those two.
A token of good faith.
Yeah. All
No,
right,
no, for the head.
Yeah, I'll try. So I'm gonna grab everything. I got the pin cushions, I've got the dolls, I've got the book.
Yeah, one was a wooden, like a figurine with a rocking horse, wooden rocking horse, and the other one was a with wooden wings.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We're going to sort of drop out. We're dropping out of initiative here.
Yeah.
Her lawnlings are still kind of floating around, ready to pounce. Karu, you can see a couple of them sort of buzzing above your head. Lot's kind of still fighting one off, or not fighting one off, but it's, giving her the finger and like making faces at her. And Sorn, you wade into the water, is that right?
Yeah, I'm gonna wade over to her.
Yama's totally gonna drink a potion in this downtime.
I'm going to.
Paulie has a greater healing potion. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. So these creatures kind of move out of the way somewhat to allow you to advance through the water. Obviously, you have to kind of swim over.
Yeah, I'll make my way. Actually, no. I'm going to. I'll jump on my spectral steed and like float over to her.
Okay. Yeah.
Just so like it will be just like I'll stand on its back and it will be like just under the water so that we're like at eye level.
Well, she was about 90 feet up, but yeah, she'll slowly lower on her lily pad, to kind of get close to you. Her hand outstretched for this thing. Let's end this combat.
Yeah, I'm going to come over to her and I'll get the book out. Be like,
all right,
here's your book.
Yeah.
I'll be like, there was also these.
Could I have whispered? Could I have whispered to Sorn, like as I gave him the book, and say, delay her?
Well, he's all the way over there. Do you walk over to hand him the book, or do you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
And then as I'll just whisper as well, like, delay her.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
So you confer. I think where you have to meet to be able to like do that handover. I'd say Yama and Karu kind of overhear that whisper, as it's up sort of near that north bank, and
we lock Captain Paulie in manacles.
I'll make my way over. I'll be like, here's your book.
And I'm gonna whisper to Yama and Karu after we walk away. Well, no, once Storm's done.
Yeah, I'll here's your book. I honestly was not aware that any of this had been taken until quite recently, because I was, as you saw, I was off speaking with Charm. So here's your book.
She says, "Oh, did Charm put you up to this?"
No. This, I don't even know how this has happened. I'm going to be honest with you.
Always going to be in the background like this, just fucking with shit.
I don't know how this has happened. I'm sorry. Just I don't know. This place is these bullywogs. There sure are something. All right. Anyway, so there's these as well. I believe. Do these mean anything to you? And I hold out the dolls.
She looks at them. Her eyes kind of bulge out of her head. She says, "More things stolen from my house."
I was not aware that these were also taken from your home until right this very moment. I am giving them back to you in good faith.
She must feel so violated.
Half her house has been blown up.
Yeah.
You can see like her skin is all like dried and cracked, except for like some part of it has like blackened soot kind of on one half.
She's having a really bad day.
Yeah. I sent that hobgoblin to go fix my moisturizing pool, and there he stands with you.
Yep. Well, I don't think he's very good at plumbing. Anyway,
thank you, Kate, for more. Add another inspiration to your pool. You now have 3 inspiration.
So,
Pay to win.
Pay to win.
Would that suffice, including the unicorn horn?
She
really need Clapperclaw's head.
I care not for those small little pin cushions.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
Does that mean we can keep him?
With guidance, because we're out of initiative.
Sure. Little flash of lightning around the eyes.
That's already a 20.
Dirty 20 plus something.
Plus 2, 22.
Yeah. You think she's not as worried about it. There's like, you think this is like she probably has more of these kind of things. They're not particularly magical. It's not like an artifact she wants returned. It's more just like I'm trying to think what the equivalent be.
Just a little keepsake.
Yeah, like if you stole a pair of socks from me, I'd be kind of like, dude, what the fuck? Why'd you steal my socks?
Yeah.
But I have others. And yeah, you definitely think that they're reminders of someone, but nothing particularly magical about them.
Okay.
While this is happening, what is everyone else doing?
Yeah.
Yama just glugged 2 potions of healing, so he's just like probably wiping the blood off his face and looking around to make sure that everyone's okay.
Mm-hmm.
He has some healing he can cast if anybody needs it.
Karu's sitting in the like shallow water, just like those like limp dolls, just like sort of like staring down.
I'll say
Very unaware of what's going on around him. He's just
Karu, I'll say as you come awake from the potion that was poured down your throat, you can still feel your hand clasped closed. you can still feel that kind of buoyancy, that tugging. But as you come awake and you open your hand, there's nothing there. And you close your hand again, you can kind of somewhat feel the tugging again, but it's sort of the force is no longer pulling you to the surface. It's slightly pulling you towards Bavlorna's hut. But when you open your hand, it's not enough to move you or anything. It's just kind of like it feels like something in your hand is trying to go there. But when you open it, there's nothing.
I think with that and that feeling, I think he might actually like very slowly get up and walk over to Paulie and just kind of like whisper to Paulie like, "Hey, you like stealing stuff, right?"
Oh yeah.
Do you remember when we were at the carnival? We were it was a carnival, right? Or
Yeah.
we were told that like we'd lost things.
Yeah.
I think whatever I lost is in her hut.
Ooh.
Well, that's very good because I also wanted to do something in her hut.
Yeah. Great. I think it's a.
I
What
was
I-
thinking I would have to explain to you guys that I was going to do something really stupid, convince you that this is the right idea, but it's really good when you guys agree that my suicidal dumb thoughts that will get all of us killed is a good idea. So I'm
Maybe-
going to go with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it like, you know, like, I mean, like, and Yama, I'm so surprised you're going along with this. Really, it's amazing.
Yama's just gonna
Thank
lean
you so
into
much,
this.
Yama.
He's just gonna lean into this team huddle and he's gonna cast healing word on both
Okay.
of you.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
Is healing word one that I can cast at 4th level?
It will use up
Yeah.
4 charges of your sword.
Okay, well I'm just gonna cast it at 1st level on both of you, so that's 2 for Karu and oh my gosh, 1 for
I
Polly.
will take even one.
Has
Oh,
it got a
sorry,
plus-
it is.
has it-
Yeah, it is +1, so it's
We're
3
probably
for
gonna have to
Karu
fight
and
this
2 for Polly.
Again.
I'm up to
yeah,
double
and,
digits now.
and he's just basically like, it's like healing word, right? So his healing word is like a big heavy sigh and like, you know, I think you two are idiots, but I've always got your back, right?
Sweet! High
You guys
five.
are totally chaotic. And he's just like, gives you like a clap on the back and he's like,
All right.
Let's
what
get
am
it.
what am I looking for, Karu?
Well, here's the thing. She doesn't trust you, clearly. She wants to, like,
No.
keep you.
No,
But-
yeah.
She doesn't know me. So, what do you want to do
I mean,
in the
look,
hut?
I was going to look for the head. And then, I mean, I think at the carnival, I can't remember, but I think my feathers were in there, or they were in the other one, the other hag's house, but I kind of feel silly not having a little naughty look.
This is the
And
thing.
I totally
right?
forgot about those when I was ransacking the hut and burning it to the ground.
You
So-
saw a book, you saw some pincushion dolls, and you were like, "Hey, this is what I came here for." I get it. I get it. See, the reason why I think it's worth the risk is that I can like feel it. Like it's hard
In
to
there?
explain. But I can
No, I get it.
feel like a tug. And the thing that I'm looking for that I've apparently lost, it's like a necklace with like almost like a dog tag. I think. I don't know. I sort of think I saw it just before when I was dying.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Do you think she would like? You're stealthy, right?
I'm going to steal it. Yeah. That's the plan.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't,
So like,
she hasn't getting shit from me.
yeah. So like, I mean, yeah. But maybe I can help. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can be pretty loud and distracting if you guys need a distraction.
And we can just sneak around while Sorn's doing the deal and
You know what?
Yama's.
You know what we could do? Maybe we hold a wedding between the monarchs.
What?
Yeah.
Yama could
What?
Yama could propose to the hag,
What?
and then
I thought you were
once
saying Yama and Sorn.
Sorn.
I mean that could also work. I
You
mean
got
both would be
worse.
either would be hilarious.
Well, I'd definitely rather marry Sorn than the hag. Please don't leave me here married to her.
I feel like hags are I get the impression that like they like deals. I feel like that would be like a deal almost. I don't think that would be good for Yama.
We could interrupt it before the deal or wedding is over.
Speaking of deals, we cut back to Sorn and the hag, sort of both Sorn standing on top of his spectral sea mare in the middle of the lake. Bavlorna standing, sort of crouched atop her lily pad. And she says, you give me the horn for the bird, and my book to allow you to leave safely. For the head of Clapperclaw, I will require that you deliver to me a portrait of my sister from her house in Loomlurch.
Ooh.
Do I get the head now?
I will give you the head now, but I will bind you
Deal.
to this deal that you will deliver me this portrait before you leave our realms.
Sorn puts his hand out to shake hands.
Okay.
She motions to two of her creatures and they start flying back to the cottage. After some time, they come out holding sort of a deer skull, one holding each antler. So these tiny creatures carrying this large skull and start floating across. This takes a while, so if I just wanted to get that started whilst we go back, then we cut back to the Karuyama Poorly, in case you wanted to be doing something during this time.
Yes. I mean, okay, that solves one problem.
Okay, and yeah. But is that going to be happening while we're like potentially in the hut? Like, are these little things going to come
love
it
the
depends
idea.
how fast are you moving. Are you planning to are you planning to get into the hut while they're still talking, or are you
Oh
planning to go in
yeah.
I think Yama's like, oh, I could do a distraction. We're like, oh, that could be good if she starts to like turn back to the hut. Like, we
Right.
can use what's happening right now.
You guys
I'll
sort this out.
propose.
You guys sort this out, and I will go to stealth, and I'll go to stealth.
You want to do it yourself? Okay.
Yeah. I'll go stealth.
So Paul, you
Yama's
detach
just
from the
gonna
group?
Yeah.
Yama's just gonna cast Shield of Faith on Captain before he flies away. And that's my last charge of the day.
What's that?
I have 4 charges on my sword. Oh, Shield of Faith is +2 to your AC.
Ooh, cool. I'll probably need that.
That's what Yama's thinking.
Sorn, what are you doing to kind of drag this conversation out as you were sort of advised? And you probably see Paulie slip away from the rest of the group huddle, make his way around, behind or swoop around however he gets around. I would say that, even with his stealth, you kind of know his tricks. You spot him behind her right enough to stone face that you don't see him. What are you doing to kind of extend this conversation?
I'm going to be like, well, look, I am sorry for how this is played out. Definitely been an interesting, very interesting kind of day. But yeah, I'm really sorry about the whole massing an army against you. Because I'm gonna be honest, Babby, I kind of like you. I like the cut of your jib. Like what you've done with the place, it's fantastic. Besides the smoldering, too soon. Yeah. But as on a token of my goodwill, I'd like to offer you this bottle of magnificent Fey wine that I came across in my travels as well.
And one of the two of the little lawnlings float down, holding a teacup each on their head.
I love them.
Yeah, some Fey wine. I think that might. Yeah, just I don't know, mend the bridge a little bit, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Paulie, whereabouts in the cottage are you aiming for? Oh, Paulie's disappeared. He's disappeared from the stream. That's how stealthy he is.
I'll also, I want to just lead her over to my quarters.
Yes.
I'll lead her over here. And I'll offer her the king's seat.
Oh, very good. I like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yama's gonna join them.
Karu's gonna stay outside, keeping his eye on the hut.
Yeah, cool. So you've brought her down, having a bit of fey wine. One of your attendants, all of your attendants are kind of bloodied from battle. They're standing at sort of a respectful distance.
My frog comes too.
Yeah, cool. I think when Bavlorna sits down, Yama, you come over. She's sitting there. She's still, skin all cracked and dried, but she puts a hand on your leg as she's talking to Sorn.
Yeah, he's totally like whispering sweet nothings in her ear, and he's thinking really hard about. Hopefully, he really doesn't have to marry her, but he will do it if it means distracting her for long enough.
Yeah. Very good. And I guess now Timmy's back. He's emerged from stealth. Timmy did a stealth check.
I
So
did, yes.
Paulie. So we'll say, whilst two of her attendants have flown off back to the cottage, Paulie, you've done so as well. Whereabouts in the cottage are you aiming for? Because you obviously have access to. There's windows. There's all sorts.
And there was nothing in those rooms we went. Like there was nothing like a necklace in that bottom floor that I kind of went through the whole bottom floor.
Correct.
All right. Let's go.
Do you remember that there was a balcony? I think you looked into a balcony at the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. Let's start.
The tea room.
Let's start there, and then I'll go down to the tea room afterwards.
Okay. So you get into the bedroom. Let me move us. Let's move the eye of the camera here to Bavlorna's cottage, just so I can remember and we can all remember.
Oh, okay. I'm so used to the sounds of the swamp now that when that went away,
cut out.
I was like, "Oh, what's happened?"
So she's not in here anymore. So there's a balcony to the sort of exploded part that looks pretty wrecked. And then there's sort of
that. Must have been someone really cool.
There was sort of, I think, a window you looked in on up a little bit more, if you remember that.
That's right. Well, I might go on the balcony then, actually. Sorry to be a pain.
That's right.
I'll go on that balcony down that other floor.
Sorry. There's a little balcony. There's a balcony to your east as well, if you can see.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I will sneakily go in there.
All right. The door is locked. Can you attempt to pick the lock?
Sure, I will pick the lock. Where are my tools? Why is it not working? Sorry, 1 second. It's not bloody doing it.
That's right. Just give me I think the equivalent for you is probably a sleight of hand check, because I think you are proficient with that too. So
yeah,
it'll work out to be the same.
15.
So after a few moments, you're able to kind of click, open up the door, and get inside. And I'll describe to you what you see. There's a ball of light bobbing above the rafters, casting shadows over this room, in which the owner's messy habits are on full display. Rumpled and mouldering rugs share floor space, with food scraps, stacks of dirty dishes, and tipped-over clay pots whose plants have long since died. A bed occupies one corner of the room and has a pile of straw in place of a mattress, and in the opposite corner stands a squat chest of drawers with a watering can resting atop it. The only other furnishings of note is a stocky wooden chest with a sturdy iron padlock. It sits in another corner,
the corner
between
where I am.
two closed doors.
Yeah. the corner where I am. What are those things in the in the north part of their room?
Yep, sure. So you let me get these other guys from here because they're fucking with the camera. Yep. You have a little bit of a closer look. There are 4 dead plants in tipped over pots. Think of like not even baby Groot, but like twig Groot. And as you open the door, they kind of turn up. They're sort of knocked over in their pots, but they're kind of reaching up. And one of them seems to be pointing up, trying to reach up to the watering can up on the chest of drawers.
Ah, okay. I know it's probably a terrible idea, but I'm going to pour some water on them.
Okay. So you...
I even Katie's face then.
I'm just like, just find the things. What are you doing?
You walk over, you pick up the watering pot, the watering can.
Oh yeah, I don't know why, but I just feel like Paulie would help him out. Like,
Yeah. You have to sort of stand them upright to kind of so the water will go in properly.
Mhm.
And they kind of dance in the water a little bit as you pour it on. You can see them going like, "Arr." One of them starts digging in the dirt of its pot and pulls out an black enameled iron key out of the dirt and hands it to you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Let me give him a little pet on the head.
Another thing which I don't think I described, or maybe I did, but there's obviously a door in this room to the east as well.
Yeah.
As you're doing this, I'll say the lawnlings have come up, has started buzzing, coming up the stairs. You have a moment to act. Where do you want to hide?
I'm gonna hide in between the dancing little voodoo boys.
Okay. Yeah, give me a stealth
like
check.
underneath. Like, how big are they actually? Sorry, let's just go.
They're tiny. They're like little pot plants.
Oh, okay. Then
you can
probably
probably squeeze yourself in, behind the cupboard or
behind the cupboard. Okay,
sure.
Fine.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Shit, 13. Can I use one of those inspirations?
Use an inspiration.
Yeah, do
it. Fuck.
No.
Oh shit.
So you sort of squeeze yourself in as best you can between the cupboard and the wall, and 2 of the little lawnlings buzz in. They do a quick lap of the room, but they don't see you.
Ooh.
And they go over, open the door, and go in. And you see the 2 of them come out, each one holding onto an antler of a deer skull, and they slowly float out and take it down the stairs.
Is the door still open then?
Yes. Yeah, their hands.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, great. Sweet. Don't know how I fucking survived that one, but let's go. Talking to my little woody buddies. They look really nice and friendly, these guys?
Not really. They look sort of like dead saplings, essentially.
Okay.
They actually, I think I have. I'm not sure if anyone else can. Anyone else see what's happening on the screen or not? Because you're not all there.
No.
That's all right. Well, you'll just.
No,
have
I've
to
just
look
been
at the
watching
screen.
on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. They look kind of like that.
Cute.
That is cool.
But like tiny. So like instead of legs, they've just got like the one torso that goes into the pot.
Right.
So they couldn't get themselves out.
Yep.
So you're still in the room. There's the bed. There's the chest. There's the door.
Yeah. And there's those drawers there too. Anything that looks like a jewelry box?
Do you open up?
Yeah.
Oh well, there's a chest, and
okay. I'll open up the chest first.
Okay.
The lock, though, you said, right?
Correct, with a big padlock.
Can I see if this key works?
You put the key in, turns, click, the padlock comes off.
Yeah.
This chest has clawed iron feet, and the initials BB crudely carved into its lid. You turn the key. The padlock comes off. You actually see the chest itself kind of shiver on its little clawed iron feet, but not animate any further. You open it up,
Ooh.
and inside you see a 12-inch tall marionette. It has faces on opposite sides of its head. So one face is a moon and the other is a sun. You think just like if you were to sell it as like a curiosity, it's probably only worth like 25 gold.
Right.
You see an unpunched ticket to the Witchlight Carnival, and it's signed Isolde.
Is old. Ooh. I mean, is there anything else in there too?
Yeah, you find 3 spell scrolls tied together with a lute string.
Can you have this written down? Can you send it
Yeah.
to me, and I'll just put it in my my notes for now. I'll just
Sure thing. I'll just drop it in the D&D Pirates Discord.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. I will keep looting things.
All right. So those are the main things. I mean, the chest of drawers you were hiding behind. You kind of give a bit of a look in some of the drawers, and it's just garments, nothing special. I think maybe, you avoid looking under them. Who knows what's in this woman's top drawer? But the door is open to the other room.
Okay. All right, I'll go in there. Sorry,
Cool.
my Forge is being a bit of a pain. It's just a big white screen right now.
That's right. This
there we go.
musty room looks like a
There we go.
miser's attic. Lying in tall heaps are discarded blankets, quilts, cushions, and clothing of all shapes and sizes. Not to mention musical instruments, toys, dolls, jewelry boxes, flower vases, child-sized caskets, and broken furniture. Among the heaps of junk are a few oddities, including an area that would have had a stag skull, but it is no longer there. A white porcelain jar with chicken legs standing on a table. A fancy helmet placed on the faceless head of a wooden mannequin. A 5-foot-long bronze statue of a giant frog squatting in a corner. Its mouth sort of open and agape and filled with an impenetrable darkness. A weak croaking sound calls your attention to a tiny shriveled figure lying on the floor. It lets out one final gasp before dying.
Right. Okay. You said there was a jewelry box. There were some jewelry boxes, right?
Yeah, so you go and you have a look at them, you open up these little jewelry boxes. They have like little bits of jewelry in it, but they seem to be sort of made of iron and lead, like there's or a little bit of steel. There's nothing really precious metally about those.
Right. Nothing fancy like.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, it wasn't actually even that fancy, was it? Okay, I'm just gonna guess. I guess I'll just do an investigation check.
Okay. Yeah, give me an investigation.
17.
Yeah. So you you have a look around. You open up the little porcelain jar of white clay that has the little legs that are painted to look like the legs of a chicken. Inside are 2 broken pieces of a wishbone.
Okay, I will take those.
Okay. As you pick them up in your hand, they kind of get close together, the 2 broken pieces, and you hear a voice you hear Bavlorna's voice in your head, and it says, "Scabatha forgets the first creature she sees when she wakes up. Although her memory of it returns each night when she sleeps, a creature forgotten by Scabatha in this manner is invisible to her."
Ooh.
Shit, we learned that and I totally forgot about it.
Okay, I'm still taking that because that sounds really useful.
The helmet on the mannequin appears to be yeah, pretty fancy. I don't know if it would necessarily fit onto a onto the Aarakocra head. You could probably make it work. You probably wouldn't be able to also have your pirate hat on it, but it seems like a cool helm.
It's not worth it, but I mean, I'll take it.
With a 17, was it 17 investigation?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. You definitely think there's something about it that's that
Fancy.
is magical or special. However, you do notice that the mannequin itself also seems, not as dust covered as everything else in here. You can kind of see that it's not.
Is
really
it like the mannequins down? Is it like the mannequins below? Remember how
Similar,
below
but
we
maybe
killed
a
me
little
and we
bit.
had to kill him?
Yeah. You think it's got a similar kind of bent about it. It's the way it's standing there is not necessarily the same inertness of a regular mannequin. You think this thing can move.
All right. Well, Paulie would probably go right up to it and shove his gun in under its chin and go, "Yeah, no funny business, mister. I'm going to take this helmet you've got on your head and then I'm going to leave. And you're just going to pretend to still be inert."
You tell that to the mannequin?
I'm going to intimidate this mannequin, yes.
All right.
Do I need to roll for intimidation?
No, you don't need to.
All right. I'm going to keep the gun there and then take the helmet off with my other hand.
All right. As soon as the helmet leaves its head, it tries to take your hat and then put it on its head.
Son of a bitch. Okay, put it back on.
All right. Well, so I mean, it has your hat on. You have one hand holding a gun, one hand holding a helmet.
All right, I'm going. Damn it. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Shit. Gun goes away. I'm going to put the helmet on.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take the hat.
As you put the helmet on.
No.
Got him.
You definitely feel like a thrum of magic about this helm.
It's a cursed item.
And you can kind of just make out sort of a susurration of people's inner thoughts. And you think if you were to concentrate hard,
I can read people's minds.
maybe.
Ooh, I know you can read my thoughts, boy. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Were there any hats in that drawer that I saw before?
Sure. Yeah. There's probably like a small bonnet or something.
All right, cool. I'm gonna Indiana Jones this shit. Okay. So I'm gonna put the bonnet on, do it up real nice. Like leave it loose so that way it doesn't hard the mannequin to take it off.
Sure.
Right, and then I'm gonna try and take my hat back off.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sure. 14.
I'll say yeah. So as you take the pirate hat, the captain's hat off it.
Yep.
It goes for the bonnet and takes it off you. You're like maybe a little bit slow, and it just nicks you for like 1 damage.
Damn it, can I take this mannequin with me? I can actually. You know what? Yes, I will be doing that. Yeah, the mannequin's coming with me.
Okay.
I
You
love
mean
the
to get
idea.
a necklace? What is going on?
Yeah, I know, but I'm a hoarder and things are cool. No, okay, I don't need the mannequin. You're right, guys. You're right. Okay.
This
In
is
my
why
head,
he didn't want you to come.
Yeah, I just realized this. I'm like, I actually have really good investigation.
I'm just shopping at this point.
Karu's standing outside the King's Hut, just being like, "What the fuck? What is he doing?"
Yeah,
Best
you can
part
kind of
is
see
we have to
just
come
through
back.
the grimy
Yeah.
windows. You can just see
Yeah,
like
I can
shadows
see-
moving back and forth.
No, through the window, I can see the hat transferring happening.
Like the best part is we have to come back to see Bavlorna eventually.
Oh yeah. I mean, she doesn't know how much shit I stole. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good point.
Okay, fine. The mannequin won't come too, but I might come back for him. Actually, that's a good point. You're right, Karu. We have to come back here, so I come back for the mannequin. I'm gonna write that down in my notes. Come back for cool mannequin.
Cat stealing mannequin.
As you're standing next to this this bronze frog statue, you see, even though this place is like dimly lit, the actual mouth of this frog is pitch black. You can't even see sort of the sides or the back of the mouth of this frog.
Right. It's open.
The big open mouth.
Fuck.
Let me.
I mean, Paulie is stupid enough to put his hand in there. I mean, look. Okay. All right. Is there a stick?
Sure.
Close
Yeah,
by?
there's a bit of wood. You can. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to put the stick in first.
All right. So as you put the stick in, you can see that the darkness is almost like Sorn's darkness, right? Like it's almost physical in that as you put it in, the darkness sort of envelops the stick.
So it's like Sorn's magic thing, like magic sleeve.
Yep.
All right. Okay, I'm going to put my hand in.
All right. So imagine this, but an Aarakocra.
That's cool! Is it that big? I can't take that, can I?
It's big.
Damn it.
It is that big.
Oh, hey, I'm looking for your necklace, okay?
Give me a sleight of hand check as you kind of root around in there.
Oh, 9.
Yeah, you're feeling around it. It feels like there's a number of things in here, but as you try and grab hold of them without a clear thought, you kind of try and grasp it. It kind of it's almost slimy, like it kind of goes out of your
Oh, right,
out of
okay.
your hand.
How heavy is it? How heavy is the thing?
The entire thing,
Yeah.
750 pounds.
I don't even weigh that if I was 10 times my weight. So don't worry about it. Okay, all good. Can I try root around again?
Yeah, I'll say now you're gonna have to give me, because you're taking a while.
Yeah.
Another lawnling you hear in the room beyond buzzes in to have a
Yep.
look around. So you're gonna have to give me another stealth check.
Okay. Fuck, man. 10. Do you guys care if I use another inspiration?
Go for your life. I'd rather not die while I'm talking to this hag.
Yeah, her hand's on my leg. I don't want to.
Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh,
we'll take the
shit.
10, which is very lucky
lucky.
because I rolled a 9.
Oh my god.
I'm imagining I'm like Kronk in Emperor's New Groove, like, so I'm doing the stealth noises, and then I'm literally like boom, boom.
There are only so many things I have to offer before I have to
Fuck,
offer
man.
just my life. Like,
All right, so you reach in again. What are you thinking about as you reach in?
The necklace. I'm thinking of the necklace.
Okay, give me another sleight of hand check.
Oh, there we go. 23.
All right. You reach in and you grab hold of what feels like a shark tooth on a string.
Awesome.
In fact, yeah, it's you pull it out and there's actually two come out with it. One is a shell that has some writing on it in what you assume to be Elvish. And the other one is a shark tooth with a similar kind of writing engraved upon it.
Hell yeah. Pocket those, absolutely.
Yep. They're sort of the cord necklace with the one
Yeah.
with a shell, one with a shark
Can
tooth.
I go for one more try in this thing and see if my feathers are in it? I can't remember if I was the swamp or the mountains.
Okay. Yeah, give me another sleight of hand check while you're thinking about that.
Fuck, man. 13.
You root around in there, and you don't feel anything soft like feathers, but you do pull. When you pull your hand out of that inky blackness, you see that there's a small gemstone in your hand that you think's probably worth about 50 gold.
Awesome. I will put that in my thing. All right. I don't. So I didn't feel any feathers in there. Well, I guess we're not with the 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Damn it.
Yeah, so as you pull your hand out of the darkness, you pull your fingers away from what felt sort of slimy, cool mud. Possibly things slithering in there as well. And yeah, you find yourself with this necklace, the gem, and obviously these other things that you've pilfered from her room. As we smash cut over to...
Yeah, I'll just look at the mannequin and go, I'll be back for you.
See, it slowly ties the bonnet up under its
Yeah. Give it a salute and then just jump out the window.
Yeah.
With my loot.
We cut back to the Shadow King's court.
Back in a second.
Where Sorn, are you the one pouring tea and pouring wine and things like that? Are you playing host, or are you getting your minions to do it? Like, just paint me the...
I'm pouring the wine for everybody. Been trying to hold conversation to just like lessen the extent of her rage at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically it. I'm trying to keep us from dying.
Yeah. Give me another persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Is there any way I
27.
can assist? Oh wow, I guess I don't need to.
Oh, you may as well. Yeah. You're definitely assisting here.
I was just thinking, like, with my insight, I could be like maybe steering the conversation while Sorn sweet talks it.
Sure. Yeah. Sorn, roll with advantage, or roll again.
Roll
to get advantage.
again.
27 is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 27.
So Yama, you're putting up with, you're nicely valorously
Putting up with the hand on her leg.
Yeah, and it's like it's stroking your leg at this point, in your leather pants or whatever it is you're wearing.
And his face is just like
this rictus grin. Yeah, good. As Sorn plays host, Karu, what are you doing while this all plays out?
I had my eyes on the hut because I reckon I can still feel that like tugging sensation, and I think it's like he's trying to remember what he saw while he was unconscious, because I think he gets the sense that obviously it's an important thing for him, but he doesn't know why it's important. So I think he's not paying attention to what's going on inside. He is just watching Paulie through the window. I'm in an iron about a mannequin.
And you also saw the before Paulie emerges, you see that the two lawnlings holding the skull kind of come out. And then sort of a little while later, you see sort of the red streak of feathers fly out from the balcony and kind of swoop around, and you can feel that tugging kind of changes as his arc goes out wide. You can feel that he has whatever's pulling at you.
Yeah, right. I think I basically just start walking to him without really realizing. I'm just driven to head towards him as he flies out.
But yeah, so as the head is brought back, Sorn, or the skull, I should say, it is sort of dumped or placed down on one of the cushions. And she says, "Well, I suppose we have an accord. Send my best or your worst to my sister. And bring me her portrait."
Alright, can do. What? Why do you have so many portraits? Like, do you just really like art?
Why do I? Oh, yes, I'm a collector.
Collector of souls?
Favors. deals. I am one of the queens of the realm of desire. People come to me to have their desires filled. And she looks at Yama, winks.
Yeah, he just kind of like he's kind of making eyes at Sorn like save me.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I believe we're in accord then.
So do you hand over the book? You hand over the unicorn horn?
I really don't want to give over this unicorn horn, but I don't want a TPK to happen right now. Oh, I'll give her the unicorn horn.
We can get you a new one, Sorn.
Oh, no, you can't. It's not that easy. I'm stealing it back when we come back. Oh.
So her gnarled hand sort of extends, takes the book if you offer that. She puts it away in her rags, and then extends again for the horn.
I feel like they're both like holding it, but Sorn's like not let go yet.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that kind of slight tug where you don't want to give it yet.
Yeah, I don't really let go of it, and I just go hand it over.
She takes it and clutches it to her and says, "Get out of my swamp."
You don't wait before we leave. You don't want to see us. How do I give you this? The portrait.
You will return with it.
I thought you didn't want to see me again.
I didn't say that. I said you need to leave now.
True. Did they get out of the
You
spot?
bargained for passage out of here.
That is fair. That is fair. I suppose. All right. Well, yep. I need Clapperclaw's head. I'm assuming that the little fly people handed that over.
Yep. Yeah, they've
so-
plopped it onto a cushion. You see like Clapperclaw's gourd peeking around one of the pillars. Kind of.
All right. I'll grab it and walk over to Clapperclaw and just go, "Here's your head."
And he kind of gives a little scarecrowy dance, and he's just like, "Oh, finally!" And kind of pulls off the gourd, drops it to the ground, and puts the stag skull on him. So you can still see through. It's still absolutely a skull. You can't see any eyes or anything like that. But the drawn on gourd just sort of drops to the ground and rolls to the side.
Ollie goes and grabs the gourd.
Yep. You pick it up. There's sort of a tinkling.
Opens the
Yama-
gourd. Can I open the gourd?
You gotta open it here.
How do you open it?
Smash it on the ground.
Oh yeah. Okay. You throw it on the ground. You find a stone in the soft earth, poking out the soft earth. It breaks open, and yeah, inside are 4 copper coins and a fantasy Bunnings token.
Yes.
As soon as Yama sees Polly arrive from the house, he's going to like stand up quite abruptly so that her hand falls off his leg, but he's going to catch it very smoothly, and he's going to kiss the air above it, and he's going to bow and make a flourish and slowly back out, and he's just gonna like, "My lady, until we see you again," and then he's just gonna turn and leave.
Yep.
I'm gonna start walking towards the balloon.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul's going to grab the 4 copper coins and then flick the gachapon to who wants it?
Ooh.
To Dylan, because he had to give up his horn.
Flick it into my bag.
Just open up the sleeve and just whoop into. All right.
4 copper coins. Yeah.
As you go and start heading over towards the balloon, your duke comes up to you, Sorn, or Paul, Sorn, and says, "My liege, an armistice. The war is cancelled."
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's cancelled. We're gonna leave. I
Uh,
understand there's some real craziness has happened. I'm still in charge. Don't forget that. But you see the rules? I stuck them to the chair before all of this nonsense began. Obey those fucking rules. And when I return, I will crown whoever is the best king of
what were the
Downfall.
rules? Can you run them by me
Sausage
again?
party. It was a snag
Yeah.
off.
Snag
They
off.
had to make snags.
All right. Of course,
it was a
of
cooking
course,
competition.
of course, Your Grace. We shall begin the cookery. We shall hone our skills, and the best sausage shall be made king. The entire kingdom shall know, and only the best sausages will pass those lips.
Yes. So the way it works is you're going to start. There's going to be the 50 people. It's first come, first serve of the best, all the way down to the lowest of peasants. Everyone gets a go out of the first 50. Otherwise, you're going to be going for years. Like we gotta limit it to 50 people at the moment. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then you're gonna start. You get everything. You do that.
In your infinite wisdom, Your Grace, perhaps you could tell me, your most devout of dukes, you'll be judging the bestness of the sausageness? Is this correct?
Well, absolutely. When upon my return, you've got some time. Prepare. Just have everything ready. When I return, it begins.
And just between you and I, sir, favorite filling? We talking bugs, beetles, flies?
Oh, surprise me.
Spiders?
Not spiders.
Okay. not spiders.
Yes, anything but spiders. Surprise me. Whatever is the best, outlandish, fantastic meal. I would also accept sausage and pastry.
Mhm.
If someone can do a really good sausage roll, I had one of those in my travels.
Yep.
I'm
Gotcha.
thinking I don't know if you know what a country town is, but a country town sausage roll.
It's like
Someone
a sausage
nails that.
sausage dog style, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, like mash up the
Oh man,
that
I like
beef sausage and make a.
that
good
servo
sausage
sausage dog where it's that sausage wrapped in
Oh yeah,
pastry.
they're good
That's my
too,
jam.
though. Yeah, like the ones that you can get from like Baker's Delight.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those are the
excellent.
rules.
You see him walk over to the new Baron of Muckstump, and the Baron's like, "Oh, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh, You hear him say, proclaim to the far and wide, all of Downfall. We begin cooking. The cook-off preparations have begun in the Shadow King's name." And some heralds run off to give the news, and you see the Baron go, Did he answer you about the fillings? And the Duke goes, "Oh yes. Between you and I, he loves spiders."
Oh dear God.
And the frogs go off and begin sharpening their knives.
Yes.
That's so good.
I love it.
All right, excellent. So you all head off to the balloon, and who are you trying to fit in this basket of the balloon?
Only the
Bobbit
essentials.
is totally coming.
Oh yeah, we'll strap him. We'll strap like a. We'll fashion
Or like a
hammock.
harness, underneath.
we'll
Yeah,
harness him
love it.
onto
Yeah.
Right.
I also have the feather token, which can give us some extra speed too if we're trying to get out of here lickety split.
Oh, we're not in that much of a rush. I'll probably save that bad boy.
Save that for when we're trying to
Oh.
escape next time after we've stolen everything.
I got a great idea for Bobbit to just stick. Can I stick Bobbit to the side of the basket on the outside?
Is he that
And then-
sticky?
No, wait. Like have him like clawed on, like he's just perched there, and then use my anchor token so that he can't move. So he's just stuck to it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. What does the anchor? Read to me what the anchor token do. I'm willing to go outside the box here on this one, but
Love
You
it.
can use an action to touch the token to a boat or ship. Damn it.
This is like an airship, kind of.
It's a ship, yeah.
Yeah, but it stops the ship from moving.
Oh,
Oh, to
Yeah.
stop the frog from moving from the side, so he's just like stuck to it. So he's
yeah,
just like
no.
glued on.
I think I think specifically the anchor. It makes sense that it's to prevent a ship from leaving magically.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me have a look at our dear friend. I think like a green tree frog, he can probably stick to surfaces. Right? That makes sense
hope
to
so.
me.
Have rope or something that we could like at least give him a bit more security.
So he
Or
doesn't
something.
fall off.
Yeah, like
Um,
he can stick to the side, but maybe we can like tie him.
I'll say if you're
to
willing
the side.
to, Karu, just this is my idea of a funny visual.
Mhm.
You have one tentacle dangling out the side, and the toad just like latches on to the tentacle,
Yeah.
not hurting you in any way, just like almost trying to eat you like an eel or a tadpole, or at least eat your tentacle, and just holds fast with that. Little suckers on the side of the basket, but like death
Yeah.
grip, not letting go.
Yeah, Kara's doing that, and he's like, "This feels really weird." No, he's like, "I'm not sure if I hate it though."
The big frog tongue, just like
Yeah, every now and again when it croaks, it's like, "Ah, don't do that." Karu is like gone right up to Paul. He's like, "Did you? I assume you got more than what I asked for. Did you find the thing I asked for?"
I don't know. Did I? And then just like does like a little hand trick, and it like runs between the hands.
And Karu like snatches it
Yeah,
out of your
absolutely.
hands. Cool. And then just stares at them because it was both of them, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's just reading them.
I think Katie, you and I have discussed what's written on this, so I don't need to tell you. But I can if you want people to know. Although
what
it's in
are
a
they?
language they can't read.
Paulie is definitely going to ask, what are they? What does
Okay.
it say?
Oh, you can't read this?
No. I can barely read common.
Karu, the one Karu's was the shell.
Yes.
Which one? Yeah.
Kara's is the
I try-
shell.
I was just scrolling through our chat on Messenger, and I realized we said it out loud. We talked about it out loud.
Oh,
so I
okay.
don't
I've
have
got
to
it written
know.
down if you need it.
Yeah, but I know like with the one that's got the shell, Karu like points, and he's like, "That's my name," written there.
What's your name? It's Karu. Is that
Karu.
Karu? Oh, it's
Yeah,
Karu.
that's it.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
that's
for a second there, I thought someone else was your bloody name.
no. My name's Karu. This is Karu, and then underneath it, it said, "What does it say, Dan?"
King Climber.
King Climber. Yeah, so Karu, King Climber, and he actually like puts it on, I think. And then the second one, he actually hasn't looked at it, and he like turns it over, and he hesitates for a bit, and he says, "This one says lyric," and then what was the title?
Ultimate Leader.
Ultimate Leader. And Karu doesn't.
Is Lyric your friend?
Lyric.
Is Lyric your friend?
Karu like pauses for a bit, and then he puts that necklace onto him. He's like, "Lyric was my brother."
Ooh.
Well, fuck. Do we need to find Lyric?
No, he's dead.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry.
Is he actually dead? Because we did come across people you thought were dead.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
I guess I'm trying not to hold hope because he maybe. I don't know what I would do if I saw him again though.
Well,
Because I mean, that guy was my friend, and he didn't seem particularly happy to see me.
let's
okay.
let's go for the positive thing. This is your brother. He's alive. He's alive until we find the corpse. You cut out. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Oh no, headphones died.
Just died, yeah.
Ah.
And then out. Sorry about that.
That's alrighty.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see him die. I didn't see his body, but he never came back, and it was a pretty decent explosion. So like, never
Well,
came back. So I don't know.
let's try find him. I'm all for that. Once we get out of this bloody hellscape of a swamp and out of this fey area, I mean, when we get back, let's try find your brother.
Oh,
I've got some scores to settle with people, you know, back in like our realm. I mean, I didn't have a brother, but I had I guess you'd call a father who deserves a lot of fucking punishment.
what deserves punishment? What?
I mean, look, calling him a father is me being polite. He was basically my my master.
Oh,
So your daddy.
Yeah. And he deserves a couple bullets in the fucking head.
well, if Lyric is alive, he would be very helpful in that situation. So
Well, let's find Lyric and then shoot my dad.
sounds great.
Well,
We'll find
I'm
my
always-
dead. Yeah, find my dead brother. Shoot your dad. Sounds great.
Sounds good. Perfect. Deal.
As you put both of those on, Karu, you feel a sense of, yes, you have retrieved what was lost, and a sort of sense of wholeness come about you, and a connection to your past, to your sea elf origins. And I'm going to say, while you're wearing these, you regain the elvish racial ability of having advantage versus charm effects.
Ooh.
That's cool.
And in particular as well, what may or may not be useful is that other thing that can happen.
Cool. All right. Yeah. I gotcha.
Is that a sneaky one that we get to find out about?
That's a sneaky one. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, what's Clapperclaw look like with his antler head?
Looks really. So he's still got sort of like the little the rag shirt, and with the wood arms and the claws and stuff. But yeah, now he's got this the stag skull with the antlers. There's no eyes in there or anything, but you can definitely tell like when he's looking at you, and it seems somewhat menacing. And as you walk over there, certainly sort of crows and things like that sort of fly away as he walks up. Paulie, I mean, even you looking at him, perhaps there is a momentary, because this he emanates
scarecrow.
almost a
Yeah,
bit
I
of an
get it.
aura to scare birds.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
But as you get over to the balloon, the frogs who are kind of patching it up, they're just putting the final touches on sewing up some of the patches, and there's a sort of a canister of swamp gas that's hung above the basket, and Clapperclaw reaches up with his little claw, and he says, his voice now completely different from what it was before, echoing in the gourd. He says, "Are we ready to depart?"
Well, that changed. Here we find out that Clapperclaw is the actual big bad. Yeah, I suppose we're ready to depart.
Ready to go.
He pulls down on a string that opens up sort of the box, and the swamp gas ignites, filling up the balloon. And over the next few minutes, the balloon starts to expand. You can hear like small hisses and things like that. Like the balloon is not completely fully repaired, but it is able enough to get lift. And slowly, with all 6, 7 of you plus the toad, is able to kind of slowly drift up off the ground or off the swamp water. The guy ropes sort of being pulled out. The little frogs underneath, kind of waving up at you. "Goodbye, my king."
Do you say anything to your subjects before we go?
We'll be back.
I'm going out for a packet of cigarettes and some milk. I'll be right back.
Yep. Don't you
No,
forget
buddy.
the competition.
We will. I mean, we won't.
You better not.
You drift up into the sky.
And as we're drifting up, I'm gonna yell to the bigger guys.
Mhm.
Be like, protect my interests.
Excellent. Let me see if I've got another cool little picture here. It's obviously not of you guys, but we like it.
We going to tether?
There we go.
Dope.
Well, the frog's there.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
so
one
cool.
frog reaches up. It's like, "No, my king!" It's like hanging off, and then
I must come
falls
too.
and plops into
I
the
wouldn't
water.
be bashing him with anything. I just like Eldritch blast him off.
Yeah. Ah, psh,
That's so
splash.
hectic.
Cool. Yeah. So you float up above the domain of Prismere. You can kind of see off, and the area of the swamps obviously still thick with fog, and you can kind of see in the far distance to sort of the northwest area, the castle, the palace of Heart's Desire.
Ooh.
The hot air balloon kind of floats up. Is this big enough? Will this show? I show it. Yeah. You drift up and start sort of clapper claws kind of like raising you up and down, looking out. You can hear him kind of sniffing at the air through his skull. It creates kind of like whistling noise through the hollow bone, as he's obviously trying to find where the air currents are to drift you around. And you start drifting out of the swamp towards the woods of Thither.
Hell yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, the mountains. That's the one that I've got to go to. Sorry. It's in my
Yon.
head. Yeah, I need to go to Yon.
Alrighty.
That's cool. That's a cool map.
Mm.
I guess
This
we're
is
out
so
of the
cool.
fucking swamp.
That's right. You sort of drifting over the next. Which probably takes a couple of hours, so I'll let you have a short rest here if you'd like.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Thank you.
And below you start to see a sprawling fey woodland with what appears to be a decaying core. Part of the edges of the forest are vibrant and full of life, whereas you can see that there's sort of a rot emerging from an area within Thither. And as you sort of drift over the mountains from the swamp to the forest, Yama, you start to feel an overwhelming sense of loss.
Of what? Sorry, just the last word.
Of loss.
Of loss. Oh no, I missed out on my thingy thing.
No, I think your thingy thing means it's here.
What was your
Oh.
thingy thing?
Mine was in a sylvan forest.
Yeah, this is it.
This
Yeah,
place
it-
perhaps
Oh.
was once a sylvan forest, a
Oh,
jewel of a Feywild domain, but it seems that it is being twisted and gnarled and is rotting from within.
wow, maybe a little tear rolls down Yama's face and his hand goes to his pouch where he keeps his tea set, and just kind of looks out at the distance dramatically.
As the mists part and reveal this primeval forest, a fragrant breeze wafts through the enormous trees, sending motes of pollen dancing into the air, and patches of sunlight kiss the forest floor. And as you sort of start descending into part of the forest, you can hear the sweet melody of birdsong echoing all around.
Ooh.
Love it.
Let me just find where.
Yeah, where are we aiming to sit down, crew?
Do we want to go to Loomlurch first or the Wayward Pool?
I think Loomlurch, because that would look like from Downfall, if we were going across, that would probably be our first port.
Yeah, all right, let's go to
First spot we
Loomlurch.
would see anyway.
Loomlight.
Let's go to Loomlurch.
It also
As
looks
you-
like it could be inhabitable, so we might be able to find somewhere to sleep and get a proper rest.
As you
And-
drift
and put the boat
across.
there too, and put the balloon there.
Yeah.
So where are you attempting to land?
Loom
Loom
Lodge.
Okay. As you see Clapperclaw doing his thing, trying to bring you down, or trying to find a path, I guess, towards Loom Lurch. You see, ahead of you, there's sort of this big tree that has seemed to have like fallen, and almost like a village has sprung up around it. He attempts to kind of bring you in towards it, but you're sort of you start losing height as he's trying to get you closer. You try to raise up, but as you raise up, the sort of the crosswinds are sort of pushing you away from that area. And he says, I cannot put us down in the darkest part of the forest. I can put you out on the edges, or we can find a safer place to land.
Well-
We can always
wanna-
walk.
Do we want to find a safer place to land?
Probably smarter.
Yeah,
let's do that.
definitely. We definitely need a
let's find
break.
Let's look for somewhere that looks like. Can we see anywhere that looks like it would be like what do my elf eyes see?
Well, mostly it's all like trees and treetops at the moment. There are sort of there's an open kind of pool. There are some clearings that seem to be surrounded by sort of rings of toadstools or mushrooms, almost like they're landing zones, or perhaps sort of fairy rings. But as you take your time to kind of have a look around, you see often the far distance is what appears to be sort of a giant tree walking through the forest with a big, like almost like a hut on its back, making its
love
way
it.
atop the tree line. But if given no other direction, I think he's going to bring you down over near Nib's cave on the map.
Does
Okay.
He says, "I know there's a clearing near there that I can put us down in pretty safely."
Okay, that work. But what is that thing moving? Is Little Oak actually moving, or does it just give the appearance of that it would be walking?
No, it is. Yeah. He says, "Oh yeah, that's Little Oak. That's the treehouse of the Lost Boys."
Ooh, cool.
Very
Which
cool.
Lost Boys are we talking about? The sexy vampire ones, or
Or the
Um,
bangerang ones.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the bangering. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand the concept of sexy Lost Boys or sexy vampires.
Alright, well, I guess we'll go to Nib's cave.
All right.
It was an important
The-
question.
The balloon
Very
starts
important.
bring down, and you can see that there's a cave with sort of cozy torchlight radiating out into the wooded hillside. He is able to safely land you in a large clearing nearby. What's the toad's name? Yama?
Bobbit.
Bobbit lets go and kind of flops onto the ground, somewhat unimpressed by the lack of swamp. Just sort of slowly blinks his two massive eyes at the lack of
Water.
bugs to eat, etc. Let's see. It's exciting. Get to go to Nib's cave. 20 feet from the cave is a tree with a weathered sheet of parchment nailed to its trunk.
I can't
Yeah.
see anything. Just I
Oh,
have
that's-
I
yeah.
have no token on this scene.
Oh yeah,
Same.
I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay, cool.
We're in the darkness. It's night time. Go to bed.
If you go up and have a look, there is a wanted poster nailed to the tree.
Is it a parrot?
No.
I think Yama goes over to it, but he's like expecting to see a parrot.
There's a portrait of a boy drawn in ink, above which are the words, the following words in Elvish script. it says, "Wanted, Will of the Feywild. Offer. This sorry wretch has stolen from me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth."
Ooh.
That sounds like a hag deal if I've ever heard one.
Boy look like on the poster?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a picture. I think I have a picture here. I've got a picture of Little Oak first.
Cute.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna become friends with Little Oak. He's coming with us.
I'm gonna collect all the beasts.
Like,
and
who
the
needs?
poster of Will of the Feywild.
All right, well, we're definitely helping
That's
Will.
very cool.
I feel like we don't need an airship anymore. If we can get Little Oak to leave with us, we have a walking ship, which is kind of cool. Takes us a long time to get anywhere, but tell me I'm wrong. Like, it'd be dope. And he could just pick up our ship and just carry it. We don't even have to stick it to him.
Put it on his back.
Yeah, like a backpack. Or like a hat. Just like hollow out the center. You can wear it as a hat.
The Nibs cave thing is just black for me, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't put you down yet.
All right.
Orly, Sorn, Yama, Toad, Diana, and Lot, and our boy Clapperclaw. Quite the entourage. So you see this cozy torchlight radiating from a cave in the wooded hillside. You see the wanted poster nailed to the trunk. And as you come closer, you see inside of the cave a wizened old man wearing a blindfold sits at a spinning wheel, surrounded by piles of gold. As he spins, he reaches down, grasps a handful of coins, which at his touch transform into gleaming gold fibers as he feeds it into the spinning wheel and keeps spinning.
1 second. Just need to find out if birds salivate. 1 second, just doing a quick Google search, guys. A bird's mouth is relatively unimportant at eating and digesting. Most birds do have salivary glands. Okay, Paulie salivates. Actually, do we want to say anything? Yes. No.
Yeah, if no one says anything, Sorn's just going to take a step forward and introduce himself.
Are you quiet? So you're not being quiet. You just step forward.
Does he look threatening at all in any way? Like at a quick glance?
No, he just looks like a regular old man.
Yeah, I'm just
wearing
gonna
a blindfold.
Just gonna walk over there and go, "You there? Tis I, the Shadow King of was it Hither that we were in?
Yeah. You're in down. You're the King of Downfall. Within
Yeah,
Hither, yes.
the Shadow King of Downfall in Hither. We're just making our way around. How goes it?
Very well, Your Grace. As he's still sort of spinning these threads into things, he puts together you notice he kind of finishes a corner or however sewing works. I don't really know, and puts the item down, grabs another handful of coins, and turns them into thread again, and attaches them to the wheel and keeps it spinning. He says, "What brings Your Grace to thither? You are far from home."
I just stretching my legs. It's the line of succession in Downfall. I'll tell you, stressful thing. Sometimes you just got to get out of there, and yeah, it's kind of it's not great.
Well, I'm from a place of no kings. We had a masked lord and an unmasked lord, and then a bunch of masked lords. It was mostly run by guilds and sort of a dark cabal, but no kings. So You'll forgive me if I do not bow.
No, that's perfectly fine. Master Lords, are you from this plane?
No, I'm from the material plane, a city called Waterdeep.
Yes. Been there. Definitely been there. Interesting. What brought you here?
Look, I led a cruel and heartless existence. I earned these riches by exploiting tenants, creating slums, buying up condemned property, renting it out at an exorbitant fee, and Granny Nightshade is helping me make amends.
Granny Nightshade.
I told her my desire was to put my bad deeds behind me and my ill-gotten gains to good use, and she has cursed me to dwell forever in this cave, spinning gold into useful items for anyone who comes my way.
Okay. So Granny Nightshade, she would be the ruler of these parts?
That's correct.
And where would she hail from?
I do not know where she was before this place.
Oh, no, I mean, where is she reigning from here?
Oh, the small city of Loomlurch.
Okay.
Alright,
That's why we
there's
couldn't
our
go there.
information.
Beautiful. Did you say you had free things you were giving out to people who would come here?
Sure, roll a d8 for me.
I'm rolling a d8 as well. Oh, one. And two.
One for Paulie. So he pulls out, he grabs some of the thread he spun and pulls out some knitting needles and goes to work knitting. Although it's not quite knitting a garment, you see he's putting it together almost like a jeweler, and he knits you an amulet made of like, it's shiny, it's made of gold, and puts it in your head. You can feel sort of a bit of magic in it when you hold it.
Cool. Thanks, man. So wait, this little gold pile, like actually, because you gave something free and it was pretty nice. This little gold pile, is that your wealth from Waterdeep?
That's right. So I have to help those less fortunate than myself until I have given back all that I took.
Well, I mean, do you want to be given some more? I'd actually happily donate to your pile.
If you want, I can perhaps adding
I'm
more
just happy
gold
to give it.
may not necessarily help me, but look, if you are willing, if you're wanting to give to help appease the spirits that I've let down, then perhaps I could make something more specific for you, if you like.
I mean, I was happy just to give you some gold, mate.
I must honor the rule of reciprocity.
Okay. Well, sure. How much gold to make me something specific?
So in game terms, he can make you a non-magical item worth no more than 1,000 gold, or a magic item of common or uncommon rarity.
Oh wow! So fucking really anything, right?
But you'll have to pay for that value, so it's kind of like a store, but it'll be made of gold.
Right. That's cool though. I mean, it's okay. Look, I'll just chuck in 50 gold for now, just to add,
Sure.
Just because it's nice.
And between sessions, if you want to look at what things are made, are worth 50 gold or something like that, he can make you something. But he has also given you the amulet, I suppose, so it's kind of...
Yeah. What's the amulet, by the way?
Do you have any way of identifying magic?
No, good point. I throw it to Sorn.
I'll have a look.
Do you have identify?
Magical eyes. My eyes are magical.
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
17.
You definitely think it's magical, and it has sort of a divination quality to it.
All right. It's divination magic tied to it. I don't know exactly what it does, but yeah, it's definitely magical.
I mean,
Okay.
Paulie does have 3 spell scrolls that he stole.
Oh yeah. I forget even the things that I steal at this point. What did I steal? I stole the spell scrolls. I took the helmet. Oh yeah. Anyone want this
Is this when
helmet?
Paulie starts pulling out stuff out of his bag?
Yes.
Well, we're far enough away from her now that I
Absolutely.
feel like it's safe.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's exactly when Paulie starts pulling things out. I don't even remember half the shit I steal. I might even like, hey, I didn't remember those pin cushions either.
Which of you have a passive perception of 11 or more? Most
Yeah,
of you.
16 over here.
14.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so.
All of you see as you're like standing around and
Just 11,
starting to pull stuff out of his bag. As Nib
Say
works, you see what appear to be kind of apparitions, sort of ghostly figures standing over him, sort of behind him, watching him. One looks like a grubby child looking over his shoulder. One looks like a gaunt coachman, kind of looming in the shadows at the back of the cave. One's sort of a long-faced woman, dabbing at tears. And then, as a candle flickers, one apparition vanishes, another appears. And they're all kind of they're all focused on him. It's sort of and watching him work.
Fascinating.
Cool. That's cool.
They're his
Um,
clients, maybe. Like all the people he's paying
Yeah, the
back.
people he fucked up.
Mm.
That's
Yeah, cool.
interesting.
Do they look evil?
More sort of these are the looks of people, who are downtrodden or, were treated poorly in life, kind of thing.
Right.
The poor, the unwashed.
Hmm.
Did someone else roll for a chart for an item from?
Yeah,
Nib?
someone did.
What you rolled a 2?
Mm-hmm.
He knits for you a small bag, sort of made of gold. So it's sort of almost like but it's light. It is like cloth, and he hands it to you, and you recognize it instantly as a bag of holding.
Whoa!
What?
All right, I will tuck the bag of holding away on my hip.
Amazing.
That one has to go on my hip.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering what you do with it.
Yeah, Dan wants me to throw it into my wrist pocket.
Yeah.
Create a black hole and just kill us all.
Can I roll 2? I'm gonna roll 1 too.
Yep. You would like a gift? You
Yes,
asked Nib for a gift?
please.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll as well.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I blind rolled that. My bad.
Okay, I can look at that in a sec. So you're spending some time here, maybe, another half hour's passed or something like that as he's sewing, as he's knitting and sewing. Yama, for such a grand king, he knits together a splendorous gold cloak for you.
No. I was gonna ask him for a cloak. He read my mind.
I'll allow, while he's doing this, if you do ask him for particular flourishes on it, or butterfly wings, or whatever else that,
I think he would go
mountain.
for flowers and butterfly wings. A mountain would be fantastic, like Fuji, maybe some cherry blossoms. Yeah,
Sure. So like a Mount Fuji with kind of cherry blossoms coming out either side, or sort of around it, almost in a circle. The
he's thinking of a beautiful memory that he shared with his son when maybe his son was very young and he was having a picnic, and maybe he tells Nib this story while he knits.
Absolutely. So you hold it. You realize that this cloak is similar, just very similar to Sorn's Puafui. It doesn't provide any. Oh wait, no, you don't have this anymore, do you, Sorn? This kind of cloak. The Puafui is different. Anyway, it's a really nice cloak, and as you pull it on, you think once you get used to its It definitely has sort of almost like a tinge of magic about it as well. And you think once you get used to it and acclimatize to it, you definitely think you'll be able to move well in it, and it won't get caught on things.
Sorry, Dan.
Cool.
What's this guy's name?
Nib.
Ah, yeah, true.
Nib.
I'm just adding
Well.
in my notes. A golden bag of cloth gifted to you by.
Yeah, I mean, you
Nib
definitely
in his cave.
you spot this instantly as a bag of holding. Obviously, you know what that is. I think the other stuff, these guys don't know magic as stuff as well. I guess the cloak is not necessarily, it is magical, but it doesn't have a magic effect. So I could probably tell you once you're acclimatized to it, it does require attunement. This is a cloak of protection.
Ooh.
Amazing.
So you will gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while wearing this cloak.
That's massive. That brings my AC up to 20. That's insane.
I got one of them two to the best.
Kara, do you want to roll again? Just because I don't want to double up on gifts here.
Sure. Obviously did do that on purpose.
Really, really wants you to have that.
I don't want it. An 8. There we go.
8 seems good.
He puts together for you a tiny hourglass and hands that to you. And inside the tiny hourglass, you can see. So he kind of knits the framework for it, and then sort of like magically, the glass ends up sort of encasing what would be the sand inside, but you don't see any sand. You see what appears to be a tiny whirlwind. You can see almost like a mini tornado inside this hourglass.
Cool.
Can I roll an Arcana check to
Sure.
see if I can work out what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. 14.
You get the sense that there's obviously something air related trapped in here.
Yeah, well, yeah. Cool.
Paulie, did you want to talk about the things you?
Yeah.
Do you divulge the things that you took?
Yeah. I will throw the scrolls to Sorn because once again, paper things do not mean anything to me. Give him a Sorn. And does this helmet? By the way, does this helmet look big and like bulky?
Does it have cool horns on it?
Yeah.
I don't think it has cool horns. It almost has like a I'm imagining in my mind it's almost like a Dr. Fate kind of style.
I was thinking like Magneto-esque. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, maybe Magneto with the little thing on the front, like the tuning fork on the front.
Yeah.
That's sick.
All right. Is it heavy?
That's heavy like a helmet is.
All right. Yama, you want a cool helmet?
You would give this thing to me?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, well, yeah. I guess he catches it and puts it on. And how do I look?
Fabulous.
Is it gold? Was it golden? Does it match my cloak?
I think it was brass.
Okay, close enough.
How much could we pay Snibs to give it a
Oh,
gold
would you give it a
plating?
makeover?
Oh yeah, I mean you've already given him like what'd you say, 50 gold? Yeah. So he'll do like a bit of he'll take it and sort of weave some.
Can we
gold
make it look?
overlay.
Can we make it look like samurai-esque? So that way it has like the plated,
Yeah, the plated
Yeah.
sides and
and then
Yeah.
like a crescent moon. If
Yes.
this is gonna be like an added gift to Yama, definitely Paulie gets okay. How about this? Yeah, a crescent moon, right? With a butterfly in the middle, in the center.
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
floating like magically, and then you've got like the scaled neck cover.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
so
love
a
it.
crescent moon, or in some angles possibly a teacup.
Yes.
Yes. Can this give me a +1 to intimidate? Because that sounds dope.
How much gold to add a +1 to intimidate to this?
Yeah, I'll throw some gold in.
It's very
too.
shiny. I think it's probably more persuasion than anything because it's gold and regal than it is scary.
True. What's better for you, intimidate or persuasion?
I have a 0 persuasion, but I have a +4 intimidate.
I'll yeah.
Maybe I
Let's.
could.
Why don't you roll me an intimidate check now, and if it's we'll say 15 or higher, we can give it a +1.
Amazing. All right, come on.
Come on, Scamble.
Oh yes! Natty 17.
Yay!
No, 17. So yeah, he's able to. So I think in D&D Beyond, you should be able to just put a custom +1 somehow.
That is
I'm happy to give you
amazing. Thank you.
+1 to intimidate.
I'm gonna put golden helmet as the source.
Sorn, when you grab those scrolls from Paulie, you instantly see that those are 3 scrolls of identify.
Perfect.
I think that was what I wrote in the Discord too before you, because Paulie wouldn't have known.
Spell scroll first level. Wait, what is identify? What level is it?
Oh, Scrolls of Identify. It does, yeah.
I'm not sure. Identify might be a first level spell. That makes sense.
Identify 5e.
Oh, you give me the full information of these, haven't you? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Roger. That's
Yeah,
fine. I don't know about the marionette thing. Then do I still? It's just a cool statue thing. Hey.
Scroll of identify. I'm gonna hand one. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna say to Paulie. Oh wait, what did he want me to identify before? The amulet.
The amulet. Yep.
I'm gonna say, hand me that amulet again.
Yep.
And I'm going to read over the scroll while holding the amulet.
Cool. So the scroll goes up in a burst of eldritch fire, and you all of a sudden realize that this is an amulet of proof against detection and location.
Oh my god, that is so fucking useful.
Requires
That's
attunement. While wearing this item, I'll link it in Discord again.
What is it called? Amulet of Proof?
Amulet of Proof against detection and location. You should be able to find it in D&D Beyond. For everyone else playing at home, it is while wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying senses.
This is going to be fantastic for Bavlorna. Against Bavlorna, I mean.
Do you want to swappies? Do you want to swappies, Sorn? You can have the amulet and I'll have the bag.
I have no room for anything that I can attune to.
Your attunement slots.
I have so much crap that it would save me a lot of room if I had a bag of holding.
That's what the sleeve's not a bag of holding. That is all of our crap, and it's filling up.
How much is a bag of holding? Like, how much would that be to be made? Sorry.
Doesn't really have a price on it.
All of your monies.
Well, it would be.
Now I've got an idea.
Actually, no. I've got 13 gems that are worth 100 gold each, and 1600 gold.
The Dungeon Master's Guide suggests about 500 gold for a bag of holding,
right?
Though other people reckon it's probably closer to like 1,000.
I'll happily pay 1,000.
Oh no! Hold up. Sorn will, upon realizing it's a bag of holding, is gonna just like let everyone go through all of their gifts, and then just be like, "You able to make more of these?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm happily giving you gifts as my role as host here. You've come to my home, and but if you were to suggest or request other items, I could probably make something, but I would need something in return.
Oh, absolutely. If you're able to make more bags of holding, how many could you make with this very old gold coin? It's like the elvish golden piece that was apparently ridiculously expensive. Give
me a persuasion check. I mean, he can't see it because he will put it in his hand and kind of feel it and stuff like that. But it's value you're gonna kind of convince him of, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna guidance myself as well.
Sure.
Can I assist him?
Sure, yeah, with advantage.
I'll be like, not the coin. No,
Yeah.
no, we know that's worth at least 2,000 gold.
Well, thank you for that, because I rolled a nat 1 on the first one.
Yeah, gross.
That is 29.
Yeah. He'll absolutely, he says, "Oh, of course I can turn this into if you need another bag, I can do that for you."
I'd need more than one. Like, I believe this gold coin is worth quite a bit of. Holds quite a bit of
fine.
value.
One's fine. We're cheesing the system if we go for more than one, dude.
Yeah, but if it's worth a bag of holdings worth 1,000, and this gold coin is worth.
Not
more
all
than
of us are
double that.
fromagiers. I'm cool with just the one extra.
Tell you what, with the 29, I like it. You can get 2 bags of holding.
Yeah, I'll take 2 bags of holding.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the value trade reciprocity and all that.
Yep.
And I'll give 1 to Paulie, and then I'll ask Yama and Karu who wants the other one.
I do not have many belongings, but I
Same.
appreciate it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I-
we're hoarders. That's the thing.
yeah.
We travel
Yep.
light.
Okay, well, I'll
Perhaps
I'll
give
just-
it to the captain because I'm sure his bag will be full soon.
Yeah, he probably needs to.
I'm the
I am
the
good at
ship's
stealing
holder of
things.
I'm just gonna put the second one on my belt for now.
Sure.
Just have 2 side by side for now, I guess. They're
So you
tucked
put,
away so no one can see them.
Paulie, yeah, if you want to add a bag of holding to your inventory, Paulie, I think you can make
Hell
a
yes.
container called bag of holding as well, so you can
You can just add
keep track
item
of
and
what's in
then
it.
it
Oh,
becomes
yeah,
a container.
yeah. I see that. It does that. Yeah, I added it. Okay, cool. Because there's so much shit that I should probably put in
Well,
here.
now I have
So that
to
way I don't
name-
weigh as much. Because right now I got 104 pounds worth of shit.
Oh my
Customize
gosh.
second golden bag of holding.
You have 2 more identify spells left, scrolls left. You have obviously a helm that is magical, that is currently on Yama's head, and you have a tiny hourglass and anything else that you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna. Anyone need anything identified?
Tiny hourglass comes into
Done.
frame.
Alright. Another use of the identify spell scroll. This tiny hourglass functions as an elemental gem, blue sapphire. When you use an action to break the gem, an air elemental is summoned, as if you had cast the conjure elemental spell, and then the gem's magic is lost. So you can summon an elemental for 1 time by breaking this tiny hourglass.
Cool.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
And did you want to use the last scroll on Yama's helmet?
Does Yama want it on the helmet?
I would be curious as to what it
Yeah,
does.
I'll use it. It's used.
Okay.
500 pounds worth of stuff. That's so good.
Yeah,
That's
as long as it
wild.
can fit in the bag's aperture.
Yep.
Yeah,
So you couldn't
okay.
put that giant frog in there, for example.
Damn it. I mean, it
I'm
seems
glad
like
you
that was-
told him that
It
because
seems like
otherwise he would have been
that was
sad.
also a bag of holding.
Well, that's also true, yes. But
So
yeah,
isn't it a bad thing? I mean, I probably
yeah,
wouldn't
if,
know
if
that.
you put a bag of holding inside a bag of holding, they cancel each other out and explode.
And then
Oh,
you get sucked
Paulie
into
will
the astral plane in random
Definitely
position.
try to do that because he's an idiot.
Okay, don't give Paulie the second bag of holding.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but I was like,
He'd
I'm
be
just going to
like-
hold on to this so we don't die.
So the helm, once you, Sorn, you realize that this is a helm of telepathy, another wondrous item that requires attunement. While wearing this helm, you can use an action to cast the Detect Thoughts spell from it. As long as you maintain concentration on the spell, you can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature you are focused on. It can reply using a bonus action to do so while your focus on it continues. While focusing on a creature with Detect Thoughts, you can use an action to cast the Suggestion spell from the helm on that creature. Once used, the suggestion property can't be used again until the next dawn.
That's insane. Cool.
Hell yeah. That's a ball. That's a baller ass helmet.
Yeah, I sent a photo of one that I found online to the chat.
Did you?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that looks sick.
Isn't that sick? That's how
Yes.
I'm imagining it. So this is the new artwork for Yama.
Oh
That's
man, we
cool.
should. Okay, next thing we need to do is make you a cool mask,
I'm gonna
like some
Did
Oni
you
mask,
make
you know?
Yeah.
You make a terrifying demon mask.
I
And
love
how
that you
much
guys are just
gold?
like decking Yama out.
Yeah, we're trying to make Yama as intimidating as possible.
Yeah, for something like that, I think yes, like 20 gold. I think he
Done.
can use that, and you flip him the gold, he catches it, it turns into threads, and he starts weaving it and spinning it. And you get a sort of a gold cloth mask that can come down
Would it
in the
Amazing.
style that you like.
would a short bow fit in a bag of holding?
I don't think so. I think it's too wide. You could unstring it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, nah, it's
unstring it.
okay. That's alright. Yeah, actually, yeah, sure. If you need to, I'll unstring it and put it in there.
Don't you also have like a gun?
I do. I've already put a pistol in there, but I pistol shrimps. That's fine. Hey,
So-
Mr. DM, I'm wondering if I wanted to upgrade Talon with this guy. Is there a way? Is there anything we could do with that?
Oh, sorry, Timmy, you would be able to fit a short bow because it opens up to 2 feet in diameter at the mouth.
2 feet.
Yep, bag of holding is magical, so it will open to 2 feet at the mouth and 4 feet deep. So anything that is 2 feet wide and 4 feet deep will fit in the bag.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
It's in the description.
Something that would make Talon better.
Yeah. Because I think some like gold filigree would look really cool on it anyway.
Mm-hmm. And Talon is currently just like a +1 rapier, isn't it?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Does it ever misfire? Maybe there's something to help.
No. It's literally just a +1 rapier. That's it.
Oh, it's
you're
a
thinking,
rapier.
You're
Oh,
thinking of my pistol shrimp.
oh,
Yeah,
this,
Talon,
yeah, the
Talon's
shrimp. Yeah.
pistol shrimp, and then I got my Talon, which is my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's cool.
This guy is cool.
He can, I think, for a price, and I'll
Sure.
need to work out what this price is, but let's give you the option of he can either create sort of a gold hand basket so that
Yeah, sick.
covering the hand.
Mhm.
So when you're using your perhaps jeweler's feat kind of thing, we can improve your jeweler's feat. That I think gives you like a +1 AC. So maybe we could upgrade that, or maybe he could probably upgrade it to from a +1 to a +2. He probably couldn't do both, but I think one of those two options would probably be within his wheelhouse, unless you had something specific in mind you would like with this magic gold. But those are the two off the top of my head. But it is getting close to 9 o'clock, so if you want to think about it between sessions,
maybe I'll think about it.
I'm happy to kind of put a pin in that for now, and we can come back to it.
That sounds good.
Amazing.
But I'd be looking in the realm of like the bag of holding, maybe like 1,000 gold or something. To create something magical.
I realized I have a lot of stuff that I've not even thought about for a long time. I literally have like 13 gems worth 100 gold, a necklace worth 200 gold, etc. I steal a lot of shit.
I do love that it illustrates your character that you do steal all this shit, but then you don't do anything with it. Like it's yours now, and that's it.
It's magpie tendencies.
Yes, yeah. It just
really
plays so well.
It's not because I'm greedy. It's because it's shiny.
Yeah,
because I'm happy to give away.
Moment.
I'm happy to give away literally everything that I have.
Yeah.
But I want it.
Did you have any other questions before we kind of wrap up perhaps the session? Is there any other questions you had for Nib, or is there any other requests for items that we can consider?
I do just double check something.
Yama's pretty good. I'm just imagining that he's hitting him up for gold everything because his stealth is already at a disadvantage. So he just wants to be the shiniest boy out there now, and he's gonna rely on his intimidate
Do you need any money?
No, I've got a bunch of money. So Dan, if you just want to tell me how much it costs me to make everything gold, you just let me know.
Well, how much is plate armor normally?
So you want to say?
Oh, let's get you some like +1 plate armor.
Well,
Fuck yeah, let's do that.
I've actually already got really dope adamantine armor, which
1,500 gold.
stops me from getting crit. I've only got 500 gold, so just maybe let's just give it a gold trim.
No. Fuck that. Fuck that. This is not about that. This is a party, not a fucking thingo. My gold is everyone's gold. We can leave here broke. I'm all for that.
I do feel like this is just the wildest thing that any D&D party's ever stumbled across.
Yeah, it's sick. That's what I mean. We
It's so
utilize
sick.
this while we can. This is awesome.
So you currently have adamantine plate armor, is that right? AC 18.
Yeah, heavy.
And so while wearing it, any crit against you becomes a normal hit.
Exactly.
That's cool.
It's so good.
Let me see if we can.
Add a +1 to that.
+1 magic armor is rare. It's probably above his
Pay grade.
what he can do. He can do
Right.
some uncommon and common. But I like the idea of adding gold to it. Let me have a think, and perhaps I can come back to you between sessions. And
Yeah, maybe it should be like a shiny buff distraction bonus.
yeah, I'm thinking like instead of a +1, because you've got the cloak that's giving you a +1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps we can
You know-
we can consider something that's like
A taunt?
some sort of different angle.
Oh, a taunt. I
Like
would love
imagine
a
like
taunt.
imagine like,
Yeah.
you know, like you have to buff it every night, right? And then for like, you know, 12 hours,
Yes.
12 hours after you're buffing, then you get like a distraction or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, like
Does that make sense?
he's just so shiny and glimmering.
Yeah, that's it. You have to buff the armor, you know?
I think I've got a great idea for this actually. I'll need to find the exact wording of it, but I had an item written down that's very similar to this. It was called the it was like the mirror shield of tall tales. And
Amazing.
if you can describe a time in which you have fought this kind of creature before, you would get a +1 bonus to your armor class. As like in the gold filigree, like the story of the time you fought that creature is written in. And you can lie to this thing, but doing so risks undoing all of its current magic, and you'd have to start again, right?
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah.
That's so fascinating.
Let's see if
Is there
I can
anything
find-
Kari wants?
I think so. I can't think of anything Kara would want.
You need any more armor?
Probably, but
I feel like you need some fins of advanced swimming or something.
I can swim pretty fast.
Would this guy be able to make spell gems by any chance?
Not out of
spell
gold, I don't think. Okay, here we go. The Shield of Heroic Memories. We could maybe turn this into a finish that you could put on your armor. A hero takes it into battle. It remembers the enemies encountered, gaining a +1 AC on any subsequent battles against the creature of that type. The events of the battle are intricately engraved onto the metal surface, which has a seemingly endless capacity for detail.
Oh my god, so it's like a Moana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
bearer
his tattoos, yeah.
may also attempt to recount past battles, real or imagined, upon a DC 10 persuasion check or a DC 15 deception check. You get the +1 against the creature described in the Tall Tales. 3 failed attempts at recounting stories causes it to be cleared of all memories. I'm going to say 1 failed attempt, you lose all memories. 3 failed attempts, you lose the ability entirely. Like the magic fades from it completely.
Yeah, cool.
Hectic.
Does that sound alright? You're going to have to keep track of what kind of enemies you fought, though. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. And I'm sure Yama's got a lot of
that's going to be an expensive trim, though. I think that's a pretty good item. So we're talking like 3,000 gold.
Oh my gosh. Maybe drop it in the chat and I can think about it between sessions. Appreciate it. That sounds awesome.
I mean, Kara can probably give you 500 gold if you're short.
It says shield, but we're just putting that onto your existing armor.
Yeah, amazing. I feel like I can see it too so visually in this like really cool Japanese runic style on his armor.
And it also, like, to me, thematically feels like, Yama's been in many battles. He could tell many stories about the battles he's been in.
As a general. And I feel like just as an old man who's into tea, he's into telling those stories.
For sure. Love it.
Cool.
Nah, he can't do rare items.
No.
I was gonna see if he could make me a
spell gems
magical
are very
tattoo needle or a spell gem.
Yeah.
Because
he's not meant to be this awesome solver of all your problems. Like it's definitely like
to get a barrier tattoo, but like the uncommon variant of barrier tattoo just gives me the same AC that I'm at. Whereas the rare one is beneficial.
Yeah, he's not a magical wizard. He's just like he can make
just
sort of very basic items. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a blind dude with a magic
and the stuff he's given you already, like, is uncommon.
Insane. Yeah.
Is this maybe something we can like continue offline? Like,
let's do
thinking
that.
of ideas.
It's 8:58. Let's call it there for the stream. I'll turn it off, and then we can. We've just been sitting here the whole time looking at shopping lists, I imagine. So, unless there's anything else you wanted to put in the story world before we call it a night.
Do we get a sweet level up for our cool role play of not dying?
I'll say this: you don't get a level up, but I will allow all of you to pick a feat.
Oh, what?
That's massive.
I'll take it.
How do we do that?
Manage feats.
You can go manage feats and look for a feat and just add it as like an extra feat. You can't take the ability score improvement. Has to be a feat.
That's insane. Thank you.
Where is that, sorry?
I will take that.
It's in features and traits down the bottom. It's like with feats.
So I'll let you between sessions also look through all of those and kind of make that decision between now and then as well. Yeah, so it's sort of like it's almost like a half level,
Yeah,
cool.
All right, I'll leave it there. I'll turn it off. Thank you. I know Josh was in the chat. I saw obviously Kate and Timmy in the chat as well. Thank you very much for being fun and silly and throwing up the cool little emotes. And thanks to Timmy for getting semi-banned by Nightbot. That was fun.
Was fun.
Caught there. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.